All right, it's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's another episode of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. I
Oh,
don't know why.
baby.
I don't know why I went to wacky radio DJ voice.
I don't know why either, Matt. But
I
that's
always look
that's
so tired on Mondays. I don't understand.
I'm pretty tired, dude. I didn't do anything this weekend. I stayed in all weekend, and I'm exhausted.
I don't feel tired at all.
Oh, you just look tired, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't. I don't know if I'm just old or fat or
I always look
need a
tired
haircut.
I always look tired because I literally do go out every single night of the week usually, but I haven't done it in a while. So, but catches up with you, man. And you work a lot, so that's probably why too.
Yeah, but I don't feel tired. I feel good. I feel well rested. I laid around and I watched wrestling most of the day.
Ooh, that should be an interesting conversation because that's what we do here, right?
That's what we do. We do wrestling talk and talk about wrestling.
That's right.
I don't know if you can see over my right shoulder.
I saw the tweets.
I finally Giant Box showed up the other night, and my wife is like,
"Who is this box,
Matthew?" And I'm like, "Nothing. It's nothing. Don't worry about it." Then it sat in the office landing for a couple days, so I finally busted him out and I put him on the couch and I opened my AEW Series 7 figures and I displayed them. So I cleaned up a little bit up here. I opened my Pro Wrestling Tees crate for the month of October. I got this sweet ass Danhausen creepy shirt.
Yo, can I tell you something?
Yes, you can tell me something.
Danhausen turned on me.
Ah, very nice, very evil.
Very, very nice, very evil. Yes, I'm a big Danhausen fanhausen now. It's very good, very nice, very evil, very friendly man. Yeah,
Right,
I'm a big Danhausen guy. And Matt, you didn't even mention what the big box was. The big box was the Honor Pals.
It's Series 2 of the Honor Pals.
Okay, so it wasn't just one. All the pals didn't show up together like a clown car coming out. They just Season 1 and then Series 2.
Right. Series 1 was the Briscoes, PCO, Roosh, Bandito, and Brody King. The second set is Dalton Castle, Danhausen, Shane Taylor, Vincent, and Matt Taven. So I have a slew of wrestling buddies on my couch behind me.
They're pals, man.
Sorry, pals, buddies, whatever. Kevin, I'm quick. I'm running out of room because I ordered those AEW wrestling buddies.
Oh, man. Those are like for children.
No, they're those size.
No, they're not. They're smaller.
No.
What, the Darby, the Cody, the Luchasaurus, and the
Eddie Omega?
Omega?
Yeah.
Omega Schmagegi?
They're like those guys.
I thought they were smaller.
No, they're like those guys.
Maybe just Luchasaurus is so huge that I thought that it was smaller in his giant claws.
He is huge. And yeah, if I'm not getting notifications, Kevin, shit's just showing up. My Bull Nakano figure showed up the other day.
Millionaire Matt is on the Rampage. God, slow him down.
There's no, you know what, Kevin? After I have a weekend like I had yesterday.
You got a whole weekend in one day?
You can't slow me down, Kevin. I'm fucking winning bets. I'm fucking raking in money. Oh, forget. I turned $25 yesterday into $600.
Oh, boy.
That's how I roll, baby.
I feel like Millionaire Matt's going to get a call from Erwin R. Shyster at some point soon.
Bring it on, tax me. I pay my taxes. You take a lot of fucking money out of my checks, you cocksuckers.
Yeah, but the gambling? They don't take the taxes out of the gambling?
No, because I lose a lot more than I fucking win.
There you go. That's it.
Don't be fooled. This is a one-time thing.
Matt just doing this for to save face.
No, I had a great weekend.
No, I know that.
Usually I'm on the, I'm on the losing end mostly.
Yeah. When I was on, like, when the pandemic first hit and I was literally playing poker every night online, I won a lot, but I also lost a lot. So, like, I'm pretty much right there even. But I just stopped. I'm like, you know what? After my last loss, I'm like, I'm out. I'm done. Can't do it. I don't want to fall into that stay home gambling addict guy.
No, don't be that. Don't be that guy.
No.
Well, hopefully you're out there. You're watching us on the YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitter and the Twitch. We got a full show for you tonight. Dan Barry is joining us at 8:00. Ninja Mack from GCW. You've seen him in AAA. He's joining us at 8:30. Tony's going to be joining us very shortly. Then we got a full show
at 11 o'clock. Tony will be here.
We got a full show, man. We got a lot to talk about. We had picks. We had the Crown Jewel. We had the Bound for Glory. We had the G1 finals. We had. I watched fucking MLW today because I'm a sucker for misery. Ring of Honor, Dark Side of the Ring. Cut your fucking thumbs off. It's crazy shit. We got all this and more to talk about, and it's all here next. Episode 556. Kevin, we're like a month away from our 10-year anniversary. Is that
less
crazy?
than a month? 3 days over that old Munski. So yeah.
Oh my God. It's we're on the road and it's all happening here next. I gotta pull up this fucking thing.
Buy a shirt.
Yeah, buy the shirt. Buy the shirt. All right,
Buy the shirt.
Start this
Giant
fucking show.
All right.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live on rantiumradio.com and available on all podcast platforms and at shiningwizards.com. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. As always, we thank you for your continued support. And now, enjoy the show.
And motherfucking Shining Wizards.
You're listening to the Shining Wizards podcast.
Well, there was a liner in there, but my dumb, stupid fingers mushed the buttons too fast because the Nick Gage drop he's very fast.
That wasn't Nick Gage.
When he says "fuck the Shining Wizards,"
Oh, that part.
Comes in super hot.
Yeah, your millionaire Matt's millionaire mitts got in the way there.
Well, thank you for tuning in and joining us on this fantastic Monday night. It's unseasonably warm here in the Northeast, but the rains are coming. So get your
state of
galoshes
emergency
on. Is it really?
Yeah, Murphy declared a state of emergency.
For what?
For the rains.
Oh, fuck this noise. I got to go work a truck event in the morning.
No, it doesn't mean anything. It's basically
really?
It's basically just for people to stay off the road so the emergency people can do their stuff. 8 p.m. tonight, Eastern time.
Oh, really? Well, hopefully you are staying in and you're watching the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast, where, of course, it's wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Now, look, if you're watching look at this. This is it's a Shining Wizards pen, 10-year anniversary. The glare of the light.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah, baby.
Wrapped up like a douche in something of the night.
Roller.
Roller in the night.
Douche in the roller. Something. I don't know. Fucking
blinded by the light. Wrapped up in a douche like a roller in the night.
Stay over there, Nelly. We got pens. We got bottle openers. We got 10-year anniversary t-shirts, and they're all for sale over at our website, shiningwizards.com. You can PayPal us at wizardspodcast, wizardspodcast@gmail.com. $20 gets you a shirt. It gets you the pen. It gets you the keychain in the United States, guys. Look, we've had a couple of internet. Look, I love you international fans. You guys that listen but man, shipping stuff to you sucks. I don't know how you guys get anything. For a shirt to be shipped to Canada or anywhere else outside of the United States, it's like an extra $25 to $30 just to ship it. And I know you love us, and I would be over the moon if you paid $50 for a t-shirt. But man, if you're gonna buy buy like 4, then make it worth your fucking while. If you're paying for the shipping, see if Tony will sell something from his kid. See if you can get some kind of footnote from his wife. I'll see if I could throw something in from around my house. Man, fucking shipping kills you over there in the other parts of the Wizard.
The Wizard World. Yeah, that's rough. And God bless you if you do pay it, but I won't hold it against you if you don't. Just because it's.
Just go to our Pro Wrestling Tee store. I'm sure you have to pay for shipping there too, but I'm sure it's not as bad.
No.
So Kevin, if you missed the cold open out there in TV land, I guess I don't know.
I was here for it.
How are you doing this week?
Oh man, beautiful, man. Rested, well, rejuvenated, all that good stuff. For the first time in my entire life, I think I did not go out at all this weekend.
All right, and you're feeling good.
Feel great. Look like crap, but still feel great.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hair here. I kind of feel like I don't know. Maybe I need to put some moisturizer on my face.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
Moisturizer.
Okay. You know what you look like?
Oh, this ought to be good.
Did you ever see the episode of Seinfeld where like there was no water pressure in the showers, and Kramer and Jerry had that matted hair? Oh, you're not a Seinfeld guy. That's right.
Not a Seinfeld guy. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I really it's so I wish I could. I got, you know what? Because we have the capability now in the StreamYard, I got to start fetching images and just posting them up there when I see something that's funny.
Oh yeah, you should.
Yeah, you look like you have no water pressure in your shower.
I have great water pressure, and I wore a hat a couple weeks ago, and you guys broke my balls about that. So no hats in the house now.
Is that a rule?
No, it's not a rule. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with my hair. I wanted to shave my fucking head, but my wife hates it.
Yeah, but you got a good bald head.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I think when I don't have the headphones on, I think I look like a bowling pin though, because I got big ears.
How does that work?
Because then you put my ears back, and I look like a bowling pin.
Oh, your entire body, not just your head.
Well, yeah. Now I guess it's my entire body. Before it was just my head, but then I started going this way instead of this way.
Yeah, but the ears would make you maybe more look like maybe like an airplane with like the wings.
I mean, they're not that big, Kev. Jeez.
Well, I mean, I don't understand the bowling pin reference though.
I don't know. That's what they told me when I was in my youth.
That you look like a bowling pin.
Yeah, when I shaved my head, I look like a bowling pin.
All right, that might just be because of the top.
Maybe, probably.
I don't think it has anything to do with the ears.
Anything's possible. So what do we do without Tony here? What do you want to talk about? What I don't even know if he watched anything. I don't know what his deal is.
I don't know. We can't even make him mad or anything. We can't even piss him off.
Well, there's so much wrestling this week. You know what? I doubt he watched it. And if he did, fuck him. Let's talk about the WWE Crown Jewel. Let's start off there.
I did watch that.
You watched it.
Oh, yeah. But I should have went with Xavier Woods. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah, well, in the pick scheme of things, I'm going to scroll them across the bottom. Nothing really changed.
Yeah, but you had a perfect game, right?
No, I went 9. We all went 9-1. So you took Finn, Tony took Doudrop, and I took Seth Rollins.
Oh, the Rollins. I thought you had a perfect. I thought you went perfect.
I did not go perfect. We all had the same record all weekend. We all went 9-1 for the Crown Jewel, and we all went 4-3 at Bound for Glory. And you know, we can talk about Bound for Glory when Tony joins us. But what did you think of the Crown Jewel?
I don't know, man. These shows, I mean, we all went 9-1, right? So I guess that means that it's somewhat predictable. It's a show, it's a spectacle. It's not really a wrestling program, if you will. Like, they're really not going to develop anything on it. I mean, you put the bow on the Edge and Seth Rollins stuff. But, I mean, I really think that Edge is probably going to take time off anyway until Survivor Series, maybe. Or maybe, you know, even Royal Rumble again. So, I don't know. They're fun. I mean, you don't want to like them just because of, like, the back story of like, real stuff. But if you can push that out of your mind, I didn't hate it. I thought all the matches were really fun, and like there's nothing I disliked on the show. Let's put it that way.
Look, I agree. From a wrestling standpoint, the show was phenomenal. There were a couple things I didn't like, wrestling, like from the wrestling wise. But overall, I mean, look, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. You may not like the WWE product. You may hate the storylines that they tell weekly, but on a big show,
Well,
They deliver in the fucking ring. They deliver. The matches are 95% of the matches are fucking great.
yeah, I don't think anyone ever questioned the talent or what they do or the shows that they put on. It's just that storytelling that is just non-consistent. It's inconsistent. It just doesn't. And I never thought that I'd say this. It just doesn't do it for me at all anymore. Like, I never thought that I'd be in that place to say that. Like, I watched a whole lot of wrestling this weekend. I didn't watch SmackDown. Didn't watch it. Didn't care to see it. Didn't want to see it. Did nothing for me. Excuse me.
Even with
But-
the reset because of the draft.
No, didn't care. I mean, maybe I was watching something else. Maybe there was like hockey on or something like that, and I just forgot about SmackDown because sometimes I really do forget that SmackDown's on Fridays on Fox. But I didn't watch it. But I did watch Rampage. So it's like I know wrestling's on. I just
Right.
don't like WWE. Just doesn't register enough in my head to watch it. And I didn't watch NXT because the Devils were on, so I didn't watch NXT. So yeah, it's just weird. It's just I hope to get back into it. I really do. I really truly do it because the last thing I want to do is shit on something that I'm not up to date with. But I watched Crown Jewel, absolutely enjoyed it. Just say what you want about where it is and what it is, but when they put on those like WrestleMania type shows, and this is clearly a WrestleMania type show, it's nothing like it. And you see the fans' enjoyment, like that helps you. Like if you see how much they're enjoying it, and they're in a country that's miles and miles and miles and miles and miles upon miles away, and that they love it, it adds to it. So I think that all puts it in perspective, and I loved it. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, and look, if that's the hill you want to die on, not you, Kevin, but fans out there, they're not going to watch it because it's in Saudi Arabia. Well, you got 8 more years of it, so
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup. All right,
Yeah.
it's happening, and it's a good show. That fucking Edge, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell was unbelievable. I know people were like a little, some of those older wrestling fans are a little salty after Seth Rollins kicks him in the face with the chain around his boot and he kicks out. Oh my God, how is he going to do that? Just man, I get it. Like it takes people out of it. I understand, but I don't pay no mind to it.
You went on a little crusade this week on the Twitter, just like shitting on wrestling fans. Not shitting on them, calling them out is what I meant.
It's not. The problem is, it's that 90% of the wrestling fans that are shit. Like the wrestling fans are awesome, right? But what you see on social media, it's that 90% of them are shitheads.
Yeah.
Like this is something I found out the other day, Kevin.
Uh-oh.
When it says there's a 30% chance of rain in West Orange,
Mm-hmm.
that means there's 100% chance of rain, just 30% where you are.
Right.
So for the wrestling community, there's 100% chance that they're awesome, but I see 90% that are shitheads, that are fuck faces, that are morons, and that's all that's on my goddamn timeline is people with terrible takes.
Yeah, but
about stupid shit.
You got to follow the advice that you used to give us. Block it out. Don't engage. Don't react. Don't do it.
So I did a couple events this week for the food truck I felt a little guilty. All right.
Uh-oh.
I didn't do anything. I collected a big check at the end.
That's right.
I made like 8 pizzas. So I spent like 3 hours fucking just scrolling Twitter Wednesday and Thursday, killing time in the afternoon, working on some guests for the future, working on some 10-year anniversary things, chatting it up. But man, fucking there's
Matt,
just
how does one chit it up?
I just chit it up, man. It's chit
it up.
Chat.
But
Chatting it up. I'm gonna put it on a necklace. Fucking shiningwizards.com. You can buy it over there, people.
That's right.
Yeah, but man, people man, the hate watching and the misery, and people are just fucking dumb, man. People are dumb. The fucking I'm sure you saw it. Did you see the thing with Charlotte and Mott Spock says if I shave my head for GCW, he will too.
Oh boy.
Possibility. It's cold.
When's the next GCW show?
The one at the Hammerstein Ballroom is January 23rd.
Ooh, baby. Matt, that could be a bald off.
Look, it might happen before then, buddy. I'm not gonna
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I might just go fucking shave my head one day. Better to ask for
Forgiveness, then permission.
Yes.
There you go.
And it's hair. It grows back. It's not like,
If you're lucky.
and it's not like if I shave my face, I'm going to have a problem. She doesn't like my face.
Oh my God. I would love to see you with full bald, full bare face.
It's probably been like, see, I've been with her for like 11 years, and I did it when she went to Burma because I knew she wouldn't be home. And she was still unhappy when she came back, and there was very little stubble there. So it's been a long time since I've had no facial hair.
Yeah, I shaved the old the beard ski too because I was planning on getting a haircut, but I decided to sleep instead. So.
Mike Spear Jr. says, "Hang on to it as long as you can."
Ah, that's a statement from a bald man.
What are you, John Cougar Mellencamp?
Who?
Mike Spear.
Oh. In bed tonight, here's a story about Jack and Diane.
Hang on to 16 as long as you can.
That's right.
John Cougar knew what it was about, baby. But yeah, I went on. Fucking people are dumb, man. You saw the shit Friday night with Charlotte and Becky.
I did not see it, but I read about it, all about it.
Oh, right. It's all over the place. First of all, and we're all over the place. We're talking Crown Jewel. We're talking WWE here. A title trade is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
I have a different opinion on that, but they're the same belt. It doesn't matter.
Just different colors.
They're the same belt. Who cares who has which one? You're on this show, you get that belt. You're on this show, you get that belt. That's the way it works. Like, I never had an issue. Maybe at first I did, like when I think the tag titles were the ones that did it. Maybe like the New Day and I want to say maybe the Usos, but I don't know. They just literally switched the belts, and I was like, all right, this is silly because like you won those belts. Like these are the ones that you won. You didn't win these. But then I'm like, you know what? They're the same fucking thing.
Let me ask you a question though, because I'm with you on that. It's the same fucking belt. They're just a different color, and they have to be with the brand. Is it worthy of a segment on fucking TV?
If the switch is not the main, like, all right, you promote it as a title exchange, right? But if that leads to something else, then yes. Like, it's the same thing as like a contract signing. Do we really need to see a freaking contract signing every time there's a match? No. But it leads to something that furthers it. It was supposed to lead to Sasha Banks, being a part of this and being the new, top babyface on SmackDown.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, sure. Why not? Who cares? That's right. So again, I don't care about the title exchange. They're the same, like you said, they're the same exact championship. First of all, you have and the titles are only as valuable as the people holding them. You have the top two stars, arguably, in the company, especially on the female roster, with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. They're equals to me. So whatever, it is what it is.
So obviously, what they're reporting is the switch did not go as planned, and you can see it when you watch it back. Both women are a little aggressive in the handing over the title and throwing the title at each other and throwing it on the ground, and it looks awkward. And then when you find out later that there was a problem backstage afterwards, it kind of makes sense. But there were people who were like, "Well, now Charlotte's going to end up in AEW, buddy." Guy, stop.
Wow.
She's under fucking contract. She is no different than every other person who's ever been released from the WWE. She just can't quit and show up in AEW.
No.
Stop.
She can take her ball and go home.
She can.
But that doesn't mean anything.
No, she could be out of action as long as, Tessa Blanchard was before we ever see her again.
And listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Charlotte, she's really good at her job, but now it's almost to the point where, she's an arrogant biatch, if you will. So, and it comes across, and when you read the stuff that you read and then you see on TV, you're like, listen, God bless it, because that makes me hate her that much more. It's great. If she's a heel, I don't know. I guess she's a heel, right? Is she a heel? She has to be, right? She's got to be a heel. So if she's a heel, she's doing her job tremendously.
She's feuding with Bianca Belair, right?
I thought it was Sasha Banks, because Bianca got drafted to Raw, right?
Right, but they were feuding before.
Yeah.
Like, didn't Charlotte want to lose the title to her last week?
Want to lose the title to her?
Yeah, like reports are saying like she wanted to lose the title to her last week.
All right, that makes me hate her less then. Because if she wanted to put over Bianca, that's awesome.
Oh, she loves Bianca. She thinks she's a future star and she wants to do everything to help her. And according to this report from Talk Sport,
Sport.
she
right?
believed it would have been a big win for Bianca and that a DQ finish hurt that. I guess they had a match last week on Raw.
Couldn't tell you that, but if
Me either.
that makes me literally in the span of like 5 seconds, that makes me hate her less, because I do think Bianca Belair is not like a future star, like she is a star, but still like just like the arrogance, like, and there's like the stuff with Nia Jax, and now there's stuff that being reported like that people have hated her for a while. Just makes me like like get out of here. You're like the annoying customer at like Starbucks that just complains about everything and just doesn't like give a shit about other people. But the Bianca story makes me, retract a little of that. So
yeah, well, Charlotte felt that the belt thing, the way they had it planned out, which is why she wouldn't give the belt to Becky, was because Becky wanted to have a Becky 2 belts moment where she looks good with both belts and doesn't give the belt to Charlotte. So she was not happy with that, according to reports.
I did not see that. I did not.
Yeah,
what I read, I did not see that.
So as TalkSport reported, Charlotte Flair fought all day against the title switch. In fact, it's believed no one involved was happy about it. Lynch and Flair then had a verbal confrontation backstage after the segment, with Lynch claiming Flair was disrespecting her by trying to make her look bad. Lynch reportedly wanted to have a Becky 2 belts moment with both titles, which didn't happen.
All right. Well, I 100% agree with Charlotte. If Charlotte doesn't have anything to counter that with, then a Becky 2 belts moment with Charlotte just standing there like a fool without a belt in her hand would be ridiculous.
Do you think Charlotte Flair just wants out, and she instead of just asking for it, she knows she's not going to be given it, so she has to, like, you think she's unhappy with her position in the WWE? Do you think she's not happy that Andrade's not there anymore?
I mean, of course that's something, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that because her father's not there anymore, maybe because Andrade's not there anymore. But she's still the top women's wrestler in the company. Like, and she's still making God knows how much money. But again, I can't get in her head. I don't know. But it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, everyone seems to say when they leave WWE that they're happier. So
do you think she's been pitched creative ideas and she just does not like any of it?
I don't know. It's a question that you'd have to be there to answer. But if I'm gonna speculate, I mean, what is there to really do? Like, who are you're gonna feud with?
So we hear all these crazy reports coming out, right? Like the one, I think it was last week, that said the idea they pitched for Adam Cole, so they want him to shave his head and be Keith Lee's manager.
All right. All right. Well, that'd be the most ridiculous thing ever. But we're talking about a guy who was on NXT, which Vince McMahon had nothing to do with, as opposed to your top star on a brand for a long time.
Fair enough, but this is also somebody you were courting, and you were going to give him $1 million contract to stay with you, and if he took that contract, you're going to shave his head and make him a manager? That seems a little silly, no?
If it's true, yeah, it's 100% silly. But if I feel like Charlotte, like just like guys like, like Cena, like Rock, or like I don't even know, like right now, like probably Roman and Drew, maybe not Drew McIntyre, but like if Charlotte's in a place where she could kind of like say like, no, I don't want to do that, and it's okay.
Right. No, I agree with you 100. I think she's earned that right. The other question for you with Charlotte, what else is there for her to do?
Exactly. Like who are you going to feud with? You tried the Rhea Ripley thing, and that I don't know. That don't even get me started on that. Like Like who? Like you're not built like just like every other. You're not building new stars in the women's division, especially on SmackDown. Bianca Belair's it, and she's already a star. She's already held your belt. She won the Royal Rumble. So like, what else is there? We're gonna see Charlotte Flair against Sasha Banks again for the millionth time,
or against Becky.
Well, isn't Becky on the other show?
No, I know, but just like to your point, there's
Yeah, okay.
You can have Coke or you can have Coke.
Ain.
There's no other. I don't know. It just seems like the well is dried up. Like, and look, man.
Well,
like
the draft might do something because it didn't like Io Shirai get drafted to SmackDown. Isn't like someone else?
I thought she was
there? Like,
I don't know.
Isn't like Shotzi Blackheart there now too, or something? Like,
maybe. I know Io Shirai is like isn't she the NXT Tag Team Champion?
No, maybe not Io Shirai. Who am I thinking of?
I have no
Io
idea.
Shirai. No, I think Io Shirai got drafted to SmackDown, and I think Tegan Nox and Shotzi got split. So Shotzi's on SmackDown, and Tegan Nox is on Raw. I think.
Yeah, but isn't Io Shirai the NXT Women's Tag Champion with Zoe Stark?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. So then, who got drafted to? Who am I thinking of that got drafted to?
I have no idea. I have no clue. Let me see if it's in my notes here for SmackDown. If anyone, let's see if anyone showed up new. I know the Hit Row had beat up some local guys.
Oh, maybe her. Maybe B Rabbit or whatever her name is. B Fab.
B Fab.
Yeah. Oh my God! I just got the inside joke that I had with Kate. The other night. All right, never mind. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. So, Crown Jewel, Edge Rollins, I thought was a great match. I thought the Mansoor Ali stuff was fun, and then they brought in the karate guy, and that was cool because he got a huge fucking pop.
Yeah, that was cool. Gorilla Mansoor, man, undefeated.
Yeah. Hi, Tony.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Beat to shit, dude.
Tony, more like tardy.
Tardy to the party.
You look better than us, though.
I feel like shit, dude.
Still recovering from that booster shot, big guy.
Oh, you got the boost?
Yeah, you see that shit right there?
Yeah, I see a bicep.
I see some redness. That's very red.
Yeah, it still fucking hurts. It's awful.
Oh, what'd you get, the Pfizer or the Modern?
Fies, baby, Fies.
Fies never lies.
All Fies on me.
You want to take a little nap there, big guy?
No, I'm fucking tied up with all kinds of other shit. All kinds of other shit. The kid's trying to get into high school. He's fucking needing help with his homework and.
What do you mean trying to get into high school?
Well, he's got some schools picked out that he wants to get into, so he wants to make sure he's got all of his shit together.
Oh, like private schools.
Yeah.
They got that foot doctor money over there, bro.
That's true.
Wait, you want me to, I would show my foot, but I don't feel like grossing Kevin off because I heard Kevin had a hell of a weekend with picks.
We all did.
We all did? No, I thought Kevin did better than everybody.
No, we all had the same exact picks.
Wait, what?
Records. We all had the same exact records.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I thought Matt went perfect on Crown Jewel. To be honest with you,
I thought you went perfect on Crown Jewel.
No, I picked. I got Demon Balor wrong.
I thought.
Wait, I didn't pick Woods. I picked Finn.
You guys talked about it already. I don't want to talk about it.
No. We're in the middle of discussing many things right now, so you're good.
Okay.
So can I explain my reasoning why I went with Finn?
Look, yes. I don't want to change the subject unless this is what you guys were talking about. Okay.
No, we're right in it. We're in the middle. We're right in the middle of it, baby.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Fucking tardy Tony, relax over there.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, man. First of all, we're talking about WWE, so who really gives a shit?
Can I talk about my favorite show on the Shining Wizards Network, Turnbuckle Throwbacks?
Yeah, way to wear a shirt for somebody who's not on the fucking show, you
Listen, I had 3 seconds to fucking get down here, right? So relax your fucking balls.
Well, Danhausen's not on the show, Matt.
Oh, well.
Danhausen's also not on the Shining Wizards Network, so I'm not going, this is my favorite t-shirt for my favorite show on the Shining Wizards Network.
On the network, okay, I see what you meant.
Supporting
so I went with Finn because I really thought they could do something cool with like a heel, like actually having him be the Demon King. Like, wouldn't that make sense? Isn't that his nickname, like the Demon King?
That would be great creative from WWE, but we know that's not going to happen.
Nope.
It would have been great if he was the king, though, and he put a king on his ding dong, a crown on his ding dong.
King Eggplant. You're fucking gross.
The ladies would eat it up, literally.
Nom, 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 nom.
Kevin either is frozen.
King Dong.
Oh, there he is.
He rules over his kingdom.
No, I was here, but there was definitely lag, so I laid out. So
Tony, did you watch any
yeah,
of
I
the
thought-
Crown Jewel? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kev. Hold on. Kevin's got. Are you lagging over there? Are you plugged in again this week?
yeah, we're lagging. We're good. Go ahead, T Dong. I want T Dong to speak on this. Odale.
I didn't watch any of it.
Oh,
I watched-
Great.
I watched one thing from WWE, and that was the handing over of the belts, but we could talk about that later.
Well, we had talked a little bit about it, so let's hear your take.
I can't wait for Charlotte to leave. I can't wait for her to leave. Fuck her. Fucking somebody made a great point. These belts have been in existence for like 5 years, and she's like a 12-time champion. How the fuck does that happen? Come on. Come
So
on.
let me get your take on what me and Matt kind of thought of. At this point, they're the same belt. It's the same exact thing. Granted, you didn't necessarily win that one or the other, but handing them over doesn't mean anything because it's the exact same championship.
No, see, but that's the point.
And on two ladies that are the exact same level.
But that's the point. We shouldn't have to have this nonsense. Don't write these stories where these idiots have to change brands. Let them lose the belts before that. It's stupid.
All right. Well, what do you think about this though? Like, I kind of compared it with like contract signings, where contract signings are worthless too, unless it leads to something else. So if this segment was just put together to lead to something, as silly as the initial segment might be,
Kevin, what's
Wow.
coming up next month?
oh, that's the Survivor Series.
Brand supremacy! Ha ha!
But it wouldn't matter. The belts are still the same. If you kept them on each other, like it wouldn't make a difference. Like
Yeah, but it makes the belts seem like fungible nonsense, and they're not supposed to be portrayed that way. They're supposed to. Oh, look at me. They're supposed to be portrayed as like the championship of your brand, and to just walk over and hand it over and just take something else. It's kind of shitty. It really is. I fucking hate all that shit. I really hate it.
But when they're literally like at this point where Matt made a great point where they're just the same belt with a different color on them. So like literally, Tony, I'm telling you, like never in the world has two championships meant the exact same thing and just had a different shade on them. Like you can make a case where you had the unifications for the Intercontinental and the Hardcore. One was different than the other. The US and Intercontinental are always compared to each other, but they're at least different. The Universal and hold on. The Universal and the World Championship, they're essentially the same, but they're a little bit different because there's like these two are the exact same thing.
Well, all right, I understand the lineage, but how are they any different? I mean, like one of the women's belts doesn't it have lineage through the Divas title and the women's title and all that.
Which one do you think does? Tell me right now, which one do you think does? Because I don't know.
I would guess the Raw one. I mean, that would be my guess.
But that was a women's championship that was defended on both brands. Because
Yeah, but not anymore.
Because when that initial draft happened, Brock and Jazz were able to compete, or Triple H and Jazz, I think it was Brock, maybe even Triple H, were able to compete on both shows. So there was no Raw. The lineage for that women's championship is universal. No pun intended.
See? Yeah, the WWE Raw Women's Championship has its lineage through the Divas Championship. Remember at WrestleMania when What's Her Nuts Lita came out and premiered that belt?
But that was but that's not Raw though. That was the Women's Championship. That wasn't the Raw Women's Championship.
No. That is the Raw Women's Championship. That's the same lineage.
Yeah,
as the Divas title.
by face, by what it looks like, but it's what's going on here?
Wow. You've literally, I just brought the whole conversation to a halt because Ryan Sullivan said, I think Kevin said it, just auto switch the belts once the draft happens.
Or why don't you just fucking name the belts something other than Raw and SmackDown? Why can't they have the world titles on one show and the universal titles on the other show and be done with it? Like you said, Kev, we don't have this problem with the major championships because they're different names. We don't have problems with the secondary titles because they're different names. So who gives a fuck? Just name them something else. Women's champion A and women's champion A1. I don't give a fuck.
They're not bananas
and a
they're
universal
not bananas in
women's
pajamas
championship.
walking down the stairs.
It's all the same shit. But it's just fucking stupid. It's stupid. Imagine the Yankees win the American League and the Mets win the National League, and fucking whoever the fucking president of baseball is goes,
Right.
"Hey, you guys, it's the same difference. So switch to fucking championships." You think they're gonna fucking hand them over? They're gonna say, "Fuck you, dude. We won this one."
So you can't do that because there's no DH in the
Who
National League.
gives a fuck? There's no dewdrop on one of the brands either. What makes a difference? Who fucking cares?
Gilligan Hensler says on just book or just book better shit. Why didn't they just have Bianca win on Monday night?
Because they love the stupid segments that may mean nothing, i.e. contract signings, i.e. Summits. We're gonna have a summit here. It's because it's a way to hopefully, if Charlotte doesn't screw it up, progress a storyline that would have gotten Sasha Banks involved, and it's just silly talk. And I don't hate the title exchange. I don't hate it. If it's the women's or the tag, that's it.
Here's the solution. Champions are undraftable. Boom. Done. Over. Then you don't have to fucking worry about any of this nonsense. You don't have to worry about fucking Ric Flair Jr. taking her dick out, going, "I ain't fucking handing you this belt."
Kate. Oh, wait. Damn it. That wasn't the one I wanted to show. Hold on. There you go. Yes, Kate. In WWE, wins and losses mean absolutely nothing.
Oh, they don't mean anything anywhere. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. How many times
do.
Cody Rhodes
They mean
win and
nothing.
lose? Fucking people still hate him. Who gives a shit? Gives a shit. Whatever. Whatever, dude.
Hot topic.
Whatever. Didn't fucking Nick Gage lose again? Who gives a fuck? Everybody loves him. So what's the fucking difference? None of it. It's fucking meaningless. Fuck. You know what? Fuck wrestling. Fuck this shit.
Oh, I think he just threw some Post-its at his computer.
I did.
Tony, let's start a Transformers podcast.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep
meets the eye.
I'm gonna keep the anger rolling here as we go through this crown jewel. Zelina Fox.
Zelina Fox. Who the fuck is that?
Zelina Fox.
Zelina Vega. She beat Dewdrop to win the.
Can't even say it without laughing.
It's a real sentence, people. Dewdrop. To win the Queen's Crown tournament. This match lasted nearly 6 minutes, and I think that is about 4 minutes less than the whole tournament for the women's, which is fucking disgusting that the WWE tries to make a big deal out of this Queen's Crown thing, and they give you a full tournament and they give you 16 minutes of action. Spread out over what, 9 matches, 8 matches? Do better, WWE.
No, fuck that. Everybody do better with these fucking nonsensical tournaments. You know what we're gonna have?
Oh,
Did we talk about this last week? I don't think we did. Alexander Hammerstone relinquished the open weight championship, the national openweight title. So guess what's coming, MLW? Another fucking tournament.
No, incorrect, T-Dog.
What do you mean? Where's my bell? I don't
There
have my
will
bell.
be no
You threw it.
tournament.
Wait, who's getting the belt?
There will be a 6-man ladder match.
Oh,
all right, Tony.
really?
Tony, all right.
Really?
So you don't want a tournament.
No. I want to know who's in the ladder match. If it's gonna be like Mads Kruger and Calvin Tankman, this is gonna be a fucking sight to
All
see.
right, there will be a 5-man ladder
5.
match
gotta have it.
Saturday, November 6th. Alex Shelley,
Ooh.
Okay.
Myron Reed,
Okay.
All right.
Zenshi,
Ooh.
All right.
Alex Kane,
Okay.
and a 5th wild card entrant.
It's the demon, the kiss demon.
Better be fucking Tajiri again, you fucking assholes.
Calvin Tankman.
You know, I know we're all over the place here.
I'll get my bell. Keep talking.
All right. Well, Kate the
My bell.
Kate the Great Gilligan, she wants to know, does Tony like anything other than Bruno Sammartino?
I'll take this one.
Kevin, please.
The answer is no.
Look what arrived, folks. Look what arrived. I'm not the only one that spends fucking insane amounts of money on wrestling memorabilia.
What's it? Hold on.
Well,
What's
Matt,
an
I mean-
insane amount of money?
I think I spent $60 on this, maybe. I
That's-
forget. It's not terrible.
That's
Check
one,
it out.
That's
Look at
one
this.
Ring of Honor buddy pal.
Bruno live and in living color. Well, dead and in living
That's
color. But you know what
gross.
I mean. You want to know what's great about this? So this program is from the October 4th, 1981 show at the Meadowlands.
Uh-huh.
Look who's in the back. This one surprised me.
Be
Against
careful with that, Tony. You spent the whole
Really,
$60
dude?
on it.
You're gonna do-
against Baron Mikel Cicluna. Look at that. A very young, scrappy looking Kurt Hennig.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That looks like the NXT UK guy, the Russian guy. Dragoff.
Drag
Oh,
him
yeah.
off.
Drag him off.
You mean
Drag
your
him off.
NXT UK champion, drag him off.
That's right.
And drag him off and beat his ass.
So Zelina Vega, she won. Goldberg beat Bobby Lashley. Nobody gives a shit.
I was good though. I enjoyed that.
Xavier Woods is the king of the ring, so that's fun.
That's fucking awesome. That's the greatest thing that came out of Crown Jewel.
Can we get a robe guy though? We couldn't put his robe on.
All right, ready now?
Those-
Here's
those
my
hype.
question to you, gentlemen. We'll start a little
Okay.
conversation here.
All right.
Big E, WWE World Champion. Kofi Kingston, whatever, WWE World Champion. Xavier Woods, King of the Ring. Greatest achievements by a faction in wrestling history?
No.
No, because
DX.
the shield tops it immediately if you're going by stuff like that. I think.
I would say the Revolution.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, no, it is a mystery.
But here, the difference with the New Day is that these guys are still doing it technically as a group. There's been nothing that's come forth where these guys have been split up. Like I know they're on different brands or whatnot, but they're all still part of the New Day and they're all still working together. So
No, they're not. I think they're all on the same show now, aren't they?
are they back all together?
I don't know. Anyone in the group want to help us?
Come on, Kate Gilligan, whatever.
Yeah, Kate, let me tell you, if you have not been following Kate on Twitter, she had a very interesting Jericho cruise. Apparently, it took her 8 hours to get on the fucking boat the other day.
And
The skipper too.
if I must say, Kate been putting some fucking thirst pictures up on that Instagram, not the
That's right.
Instagram, yeah, on the Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
She
for
got it.
her. Go
Yeah,
for it.
if you're on vacation, fuck it. She should have put the phone away though. Just fucking enjoyed herself.
Yeah, you can't do that shit. She's probably the kind of person that goes to a concert and just films the whole fucking thing instead of watching it.
Kate, comment.
Probably.
Yeah, so now I will call her every character I can think of from a show where you've been shipwrecked, and I only know.
Just
Guilty.
start naming people from Love Boat, like Captain
I was
Stubing.
just gonna do that, but I don't know any of the characters.
The Love Boat,
Another song.
exciting and new.
Who was the bartender? Isaac Hayes? No,
I
it
don't
was
fucking
Isaac.
know.
Isaac, the bartender.
Yeah, act like I ever watched the fucking Love Boat.
You don't remember Ted Lang? She used to do this shit at the bar.
Who's the
No.
lead? Who was a little dude from Fantasy Island that always go the plane?
Tattoo.
Yeah, Kate's tattoo.
The plane.
So every time they docked, she went to the beach. She would just yell, "The plane!"
Tattoo kissed the fucking good end of a shotgun.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well, let's hope the story turns out a little better for Kate.
I think it will. I think it will. So
Ooh.
back to that question. Any group in wrestling history, some people say now that the New Day is the greatest faction in the history of professional wrestling because they have had these individual achievements, but it's been part of the new. They're not separate, as Tony said.
I still feel like you had DX. I mean, you had Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the same group.
Yeah, but Triple H did not achieve the level of success that he had until after the first time Shawn Michaels left, which, if you really count it, is like the 10th time he took his ball and left. So he's a piece of shit.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
But then he came back, I guess, later in 05. So
No, I see what you're saying.
And they were
They didn't
DX
have their
again for a
success.
while.
They didn't reach main event heights while they were still together. They did it separately, and then when they were already made, they came back together. All right, that's fair.
Right.
NWO, no, really. Horseman, not really.
not really, because that was like Rick was always the champ,
Yeah.
and then
All right, well,
Tony
all right.
was-
So let's pump the brakes here because Xavier Woods won a King of the Ring. That doesn't mean anything yet.
No, but they're
I
like 45-time tag team champions on top of everything.
Well, that doesn't
no?
mean anything either, because if that's the case, then the Four Horsemen would be there.
I don't think they held the tag titles that many times.
But you got to put it in perspective in terms of what era we're in. Like, I mean, the Hart Foundation could be there too.
Kate said she enjoys herself and posted some things. You dork! I take pictures. I don't spend $65 on pillows. Sue me. They were $60 plus. I got a discount because I'm an Honor Club member, so they came out to like $45 a pillow.
Well, a lot he fucking do.
Yeah, and Kate says she has to post thirst traps. Keep Dan Barry in check tonight.
What does that mean?
Who's
I don't know.
Dan
I think
Barry?
her and Dan Barry have like a thing.
Hmm.
Who's Dan
Interesting.
Barry? He's our guest tonight at 8:00.
Gotcha.
Dan Barry joining us tonight at 8.
Thanks, Tony. Welcome to the show.
That's what I do.
Slate Tony, oblivious Tony.
Tardy Tony. Change it to Tardy Tony.
No, he's gonna think I have like problems.
No, spell it with a T then.
That's what I meant.
No, Tarty. Tarty.
Tarty? Like
Please,
what? Like
yeah.
I'm like fish and chips, a little
That's right.
tarty?
That's right. You're a big old fillet.
Give me back my filet fish.
Give me back my fillet of fish. Give me that fish. Give
right,
me
so-
back the fillet of fish.
I guess it's the New Day, no?
New day.
Nah,
Kevin's
I'm not-
point, he is the king of the ring, but where, what does that mean he's on the way up? It's been a while since we've seen them elevate the king of the ring a
been a
la
while.
Bret Hart, Owen Hart style.
I think it would have been Regal if Regal didn't screw it up himself. But Booker T obviously is arguably probably the greatest king of the ring of all time, I would imagine. In terms of what it did for him, Bret Hart was already a world champion before he won King of the Ring. Owen or Austin.
Well,
But I think
was
Booker
king-
T. Yeah, wow, Austin.
Booker was 5-time WCW champion before he became king of the ring.
Yeah, but how many of those did he have in WWE? How many did he win in WWE? He only lost it in WWE.
Don't hate to play it, Kevin.
That's right. Y'all know the rest of that.
Big E retained over Drew McIntyre. Becky Lynch won a 3-way.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
Bianca
I'm intrigued by
Belair-
that question, though, man. I'm still trying to think.
You can come back to it. Bianca Belair did the one-handed press slam, which is pretty impressive.
Good for her. Wait, did the braid hold up the other side? Like,
No, she just did one.
Well, Matt, you know why it was impressive? Because it was a one-handed impress slam.
oh, fucking boo.
And
Right.
Roman Reigns was successful against Brock Lesnar. I really like this match until the ref bump.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have a fucking clean fucking main
This is
event?
Brock Lesnar. You got to protect him, bro.
You don't need to protect him. And he's fucking
Oh, wait a minute. If this was an AEW match, you'd be like, this was great. They protected Brock. It was awesome. They give you that little bit of an out. Come on, dude.
Look, I don't think Brock needs to be protected. And
Yes,
makes
he
a fucking
does. He's the beast
amazing-
incarnate. You chased
He
Kevin
makes-
away. I hope you're happy.
Good. He makes an amazing baby face, Brock Lesnar, by the way.
He's awesome
Yeah,
He always has been.
until we hate him again.
that's how it goes. So we all went 9-1. I lost the Seth Rollins Edge match. Tony picked Doudrop. It's a real thing. Kevin picked Finn Balor.
Yeah.
So we all
Tony,
came out even on the night?
Yes, the whole weekend we all came out even, buddy.
Tony, do you have
A.
anything to say about your Dewdrop pick?
Yeah, I had a feeling Zelina was going to win. I even posted that as soon as I posted my picks, but I figured, let's just take a chance. I mean, I am in the lead, so I got some points to play with.
That's
So
right. And you know what that is, Tony?
a fucking loser move.
No, that's a Mike Dewdrop.
Oh, fucking A.
Yeah, nothing changed in terms of our standing. So for the whole weekend, we all went 9-1 at the Crown Jewel, and we all went 4-3 at Bound for Glory.
We all went 9-1 at Crown Jewel. That's so awesome.
Yeah, and then we all essentially shit the bed at Bound for Glory.
Oh,
That's
that
a lot
was a.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff.
Can I, before we get in, are we done with WWE? Because before we cover Impact, and I know
Oh.
Kevin's chomping for this because this is his baby.
Whatever you guys want to do, I really don't care.
However, we were supposed to pick a third show this weekend. But can I just say, as the resident NWA expert, we were doing a little dumpster diving, looking for information. I say dumpster diving because we couldn't find fuck all to confirm anything about what exactly was going to happen on this show. And I do pray tell that at 7:40 p.m. live while you're listening to this on the Facebook and the YouTube and anywhere else on Monday night, October 25th, I still have no fucking idea of any of the results of that show. So what the fuck, NWA? Seriously? Even your website, you didn't even have the full card listed. You had the main event match, and then you had scheduled to appear and just a list of everybody who was appearing. They didn't even give us an update as to who was going to replace Kylie Ray in the tag match. What the fuck? I was really fucking annoyed. You know I'm a fucking big time mark for the NWA, and I was looking forward to this shit. And just fucking forget it. And now the shit's not even going to be on Fight until Wednesday. It wasn't even airing live. Bless you, Kevin.
Sorry. I couldn't get back to the StreamYard page in time.
It just really fucking annoyed me, dude. It really annoyed me. So we all made the executive complete decision not to pick that show because fuck if we even know what happened.
Right. Well, we couldn't find a fucking card.
Wikipedia was so bad. I was changing Wikipedia to fucking get it up to date.
Oh,
I can't remember the last time I edited anything on Wikipedia.
So I don't know if
Why
you
do you say
noticed
it like
last.
that?
What do you mean?
Wiki.
Wiki.
I say Wikipedia, isn't it Wikipedia?
I was listening to a little Nucleus earlier today. Jamone, wiki.
All right, there you go.
I don't know if you noticed last week, but I had all the cards scrolling across the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I went and I did the whole NWA card. Yeah, last week before. And then I looked at it. I go, none of this is fucking right.
Nope.
None of
Wrong.
this makes sense. I just deleted it. I'm like, fuck this noise.
It pissed me off so much.
Well,
dude.
Tony, I don't know if you follow the NWA on Twitter, but somebody attacked Trevor Murdoch while he was signing autographs inside of a steel cage.
Now they can fucking put this on Twitter. They can't give us the results. Like, are they trying to hide shit from us before the pay-per-view actually airs? Like, I don't.
Maybe.
It's just so
Here,
fucking annoying, dude.
I'm with you. Here's my problem. If you're gonna try and sell us on this pay-per-view and you're gonna tell us it's Sunday, then let me watch it fucking Sunday.
Yeah, I don't understand why they like. Could they not get? I mean, it's fucking 2021, and you're the National Wrestling Alliance. You got fucking my boy Billy back in this whole fucking thing. They couldn't figure out internet for this shit. Come on, man.
And they work with Fight TV all the time. Now, is this gonna be Wednesday?
It's supposed to be Wednesday. When is it going to air? I have no fucking idea. And we're getting a fucking Empower, I think, tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, and they gave us a fucking power surge last week.
Yeah.
So wait, this is a Wednesday NWA pay-per-view?
Well, it was Sunday, but yeah, it's going to air Wednesday.
So this is
like
is this NWA TNA essentially again?
Ooh.
Wednesday pay-per-views?
You don't know how much it annoyed me. I was so furious. It would have been awesome. The matches were so off the wall that we did find that it would have been crazy for us to pick. I think it might have been had the potential to be worse than our picks across the board for Impact. Let's put it that way, because it was all over the fucking place.
Yeah, and it just seems like a thrown together pay-per-view in the middle of like all these stories, and you weren't going to see Hawks Airy against the End to find out who the number one contenders were. Wikipedia had Tim Storm and James Storm having a bunkhouse match. Why? There's no
dude, the battle of father and son.
But why? There's no rhyme. Bunkhouse match makes it seem like there's it's a big feud here.
Well, don't forget the last pay-per-view, didn't they have the shoe in the loo where they wrestled in that no holds barred match, the three of them? It was Tim Storm and who else was in there? Was it Tom Latimer and fuck, I forget who the third person was. But they had some sort of like street fight all over the chase. So maybe that's Tim Storm's thing now. Maybe they're booking him in specialty matches. I don't know. He got his ass handed to him by Tom Latimer on NWA Power last week.
NWA Power Surge, sir.
Power Surge. And then we got the replay of Camille and Legit Layla. So if you didn't see that for the pay-per-view, it was worth a watch. But having already seen it, whatever.
Right. It was a very when I saw that it was a Power Surge today, I was like, well, I'll have to watch NWA this week.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Aldis wrestled in Poland, so you know he wasn't too fucking hurt. They had footage of that match.
So who knows when's it? And you know who attacked Trevor Murdoch?
Yeah, I know. The guy that stole the fucking girl from our boy Balls Mahoney. From the only ECW that mattered.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Don't tell me I gotta remember. I gotta remember.
Why you think about it? I will drive to North Arlington and stab you if you refer to that as the
Come
only
on,
thing that
man.
matters. What?
Kev, it was Kelly.
Mike Knox?
Mike
Yeah.
Knox, your new challenger for the 10 pounds of gold.
ECW legend, Mike Knox. Man, good to see him back.
So happy Trevor Murdoch is the NWA World Champion.
Correct. Ding.
Fucking
Knox, if
kidding
you
me.
will.
Oh my goodness.
Is
Woo.
Kevin, is 14 minutes enough time to talk about Bound for Glory?
Plenty.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
14 minutes. Took a whole podcast.
So we had Crown Jewel Thursday, Bound for Glory, Saturday night, 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
from Las Vegas.
That's right.
I'll tell you, I watched it today. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched all the title matches, and for some ungodly reason, I watched the fucking stupid Rumble.
That was awesome.
I guess if you're into Royal Rumbles, I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing here watching this Rumble. I should be watching the fucking tag title match or something.
No, I thought the Rumble was probably like this, maybe like the third best match on the card, actually.
I just wasn't into it. I was short on time too. So I watched because I had to jam everything in today. That's what she said. So I skipped the digital media championship match.
Digital media.
Yeah, I didn't even. That's a real shoot because I didn't see that either because I guess it's really on like YouTube or some shit.
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
they did. It was like part of the pre-show. But Jordan Grace won. She beat Chelsea Green, followed by Madison Rain, John Schuyler, and Crazy Steve to become the inaugural digital media champion.
And I had a feeling I was gonna go with her, but then I was like, you know what? Chelsea's got the fucking, the crazy bitch thing going, whatever. I always forget what they call her.
Hot mess.
The hot mess. I figured maybe that would be the way to go, and then have Jordan Grace chase after her. But
Yeah, but they haven't gotten there yet, Tony. She's
No, I
not. She's just Chelsea Green. She's not.
Oh, she's not crazy, Chelsea.
No, she's not like half lipstick faced
Oh man,
or anything.
No wonder my pick shit the bed. Oh boy.
Not yet. Anyway.
They opened the show. I watched this. The Inspiration defeated the Decay to become the new Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions.
They do
Yeah.
this shit yet? Wait,
They did it. We
Oh,
all
they did
they cut a great promo. They were hysterical as usual. They should have their own reality show. They should have their own scripted TV series or something because they're just that good. And Billie Kay is great. And she has like her shrieks are just like her vocals are just so like annoying that they're incredible. And I missed them. So I believe I tweeted about that, how great they are. And I think this was a no-brainer because you bring these two top loved acts by, I guess, whatever, for lack of a better term, the IWC. Everyone loves them. So I loved it. Good stuff.
Yeah, I like this match too, and it was nice to see them get an opportunity to wrestle, and they have such powerful personalities, and
Yeah.
it comes across great on TV. And I think this is a huge get for Impact and that women's division that continues to fly under the radar, sneaky style, as one of the best women's divisions in wrestling.
Yeah, it's tough though because it's not the largest division, so you tend to see like the same kind of mishmash pair ups every week. But it for what it is and for who they have, it's great. And if they can keep expanding and bring people in, even if it's on like a nightly basis, like kind of like AEW does for Dark, then it should be fine.
We all won that match. We had a triple threat for the X Division Championship. Trey Miguel ended up winning. I love this match. I thought they did a great job. Kevin picked ELP. I picked Steve Macklin. Tony, Trey Miguel. So
yeah, I picked Phantasmo because I also thought this goes towards another match. I also thought that Bullet Club would win the tag titles. So I felt like all three of them with the belts for at least a time, for the time being, because they tape the next day, they tape Sunday and Monday, so they could always lose them. But the image of all of them having the belts at some point, I thought would have been cool. So that's why I went with ELP there.
Yeah, Heath and his mystery partner, which ended up being Rhino, he joined the match midway through, beat Violent by Design, and we all picked that match right. Great to see Heath back in the ring after he's been out for a year. That was pretty fun.
Love me some Heath.
Moose won the Call Your Shot Battle Royale. We got some surprises. The Kiss Demon showed up.
Oh, and he rock and rolled all night and partied every day.
He did. Fucking Johnny Swinger, such a sucker. He tried to get a fucking autograph.
Because he thought it was Gene Simmons.
He's a sucker, man.
No, he's just a little misguided.
Our guest is here. Do we want to pop him in?
I don't care.
We have a guest.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mr. Dan Barry. There
Love
he
it.
is.
There he is.
Oh, look
Mr.
at
Dan Barry, how are you?
I've been drinking since noon, so let's go. What we got?
Holy
What questions we got?
You are the perfect guest for our podcast then.
Oh, that's what I'm here for. I felt that you guys called me for a specific reason. It was sobriety was not it.
no.
What's
absolutely
the
not.
drink of choice?
Jameson, neat.
Ooh.
Since noon and you're still awake?
Oh, I didn't say I've been awake since noon. Come on, guys.
Look at that. Matt,
Maybe.
can we take notice of his shirt right there? The FWF shirt?
All right, well, if you two guys want to have a sword fight over it, go nuts.
No, it's fine. We won't talk about that till later.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's over. It's over. We're done.
You sure? You guys don't want to major mark out together?
Well, he has history with them.
I do. I
So
met
is
them once
Kevin.
in a bar in Tucson, Arizona. So we are like fucking family now. I came up with those guys with Matt and Brian. So I mean, I've known them for a very long time. Is that the name drop bell? Because I hope. it is.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It is.
We
You
trained
get
in
in on-
Mikey Whipwreck.
Yeah. It's usually just preserved for me.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he has mentioned the Major Brothers, so we got to ring the bell for that. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Do you get in on the figures? Do you collect the figures?
Me? No, God no. I as a kid, I had like, you get the action figures, whatever you wrestle them. The wrestling figures to wrestle with sucked. They were like the worst figures to wrestle with. So I would get like other action figures and then I'd make them wrestle. So first off, G.I. Joes.
Yes.
They could do everything. I was busting out German suplexes when I was 5 in the G.I. Joe. When Macho Man was still doing this thing. And I was like, this is garbage. I don't want to be part of that. So I had to have the G.I. Joes. But then I had to move on to bigger guys because my hands started getting bigger.
Oh,
And
that's
so
right.
then my hands became, I had to get like, I used Corporal Hicks from Aliens. They had action figures of Drake. They had Hicks. So I had them ready to go. Wolverine, he was my champion. Pro River Plunge was a big finish for him. I got the Terminator where like you pull his arm down, his face shoots off. He was basically my Hagar from Streets of Rage. That's what he was. Brother was busting out spinning pile drivers. It's so good.
Wait, is Hagar Streets of Rage or is he Final Fight?
Final Fight. Yeah, Final Fight, but he's also in Saturday Night Slam Masters, which
Yep.
is where
Oh,
I really got the
yeah,
inspiration from. Yeah.
That was
And
a
then,
very
Peter-
underrated game, by the way. Saturday Night
Peter
Slam Masters.
Venkman, hardcore champion, guys. Peter Venkman. The original run of those toys. I had that Peter Venkman. And as an action figure collector, I'm sure it's probably worth something at this point. But I was making him go through flaming tables. So maybe I wouldn't be the best toy collector in the entire world.
So,
How are you making flaming tables? You just
You just whatever. You put paper flat fire on them and you just throw them through.
paper
I wasn't lighting stuff.
fire?
I had this. Yeah, you like because I didn't want to use real fire because I was a kid.
Why not? Don't all
You
kids want to play with
monster.
fire?
No, I feel bad for the cats in your neighborhood. I don't like this at all. Where are we going with this?
well, Cardona actually used real fire to play with his toys.
Oh, you mean Matt Cardona?
That's right.
He he would. Brett Matthews with a Z definitely would at that point. Thanks for plugging my show below me. Tomorrow night, Rockville Center, New York. I'm hosting a show with some great talent. We got Sean Donnelly on, Anthony DiDomenico, two very funny guys. Definitely go check that out. See that? We'll slide my plug in there.
Yeah, I love
I got your plugs all over the place. I like the Philadelphia with Chuck Nice.
Chuck Nice is a good one. He great dude. Love him.
Yeah.
One of my favorite people. We got really drunk at a casino in Pennsylvania, and I won like $800 in one hand, and I just got up and walked away.
Nice.
Played I think it's like Ultimate Texas Hold'em or something, and I put whatever. I'm sitting there, I go, I don't know how to play this game, and they go, oh, you just bet. I'm like, okay, so I just put a shitload of money down. The guy's like, that's a lot of money. I won $800. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Just packed up and went to sleep.
Yeah, me and Chuck actually got really drunk in Hoboken one night, which is really it
There's a
was
lot
fun.
of- There's a lot of Chuck getting drunk stories. One I
Yeah.
heard one in Poughkeepsie. There's one I heard. Great dude.
Yeah, and so tomorrow night, Sean Donnelly, who I've known for a little while, worked with him a couple times, and Anthony. Anthony's a wrestling guy too, right? Isn't
Yeah,
he?
big. He's like all the belts and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't have the belts. I'm like, no, I don't. I get random ones when I win them, and then they just I keep them with the promoter because I don't want to travel with them. I'm lazy. It's annoying. It's a nuisance. A lot of people don't get this, but like if you're a wrestler, you win like a belt, like you then travel with that belt, and that's like a nightmare. I hate it. If you ever go through like security, they always pull it up and they go, "What's this?" Kate.
All right. I got to ask you this. How did this start, by the way? This weird Twitter relationship
So,
that you guys
okay.
have.
So, for the record, I also feel bad for Kate because one, she's telling people she's engaged to me. Like, what if like, way to lower your standards. But two, what happened is she was playing a game FMK. Should fuck Mary Kill. I don't know if I can swear on this show. I just do. Whatever. FMK, and I was like, please K me. Because you can't say the word kill on Twitter or people get upset. So it's like, let me just say K, and I'll just, K me. And she goes, no, I'm definitely going to M you now. I'm like, no, please, God, no. So she did it out of spite. She said she was going to marry me. So we became engaged.
At least
But like people really comment to her saying like, I've gotten a few messages like, are you guys really engaged? I'm like, I met her once, like in person. Like it's not really. She interviewed me at an Excite show, and I cut probably one of the weirdest promos I've ever cut, I think. And so it's love. Yeah, we're getting married.
Sounds like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you.
Sounds like a wrestling wedding.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I think Ludwig Borg is going to come out and clothesline me in the middle of the wedding. He's going to take her, and they're going to become a new faction.
Oh, you're
That
gonna
could
get
be kind of tough.
You gonna get a necromancer at your wedding?
yeah, I do actually. My brother's a big DM, and he's he's gonna have a necromancy spell ready to go.
Dan, do you want to talk about wrestling at all, or you just want to shoot the shit? Because no, this is fun. I just don't want you to think you wasted your time.
No, I literally had some chicken teriyaki, and I sat down to do this, so we're good. I'll talk about whatever you want.
All right. So how does chicken teriyaki pair with the Jameson?
It went down smooth, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I went to a local restaurant, the One Sushi. I'll put it over. It's a good place in Amityville, New York, and made me a delicious chicken teriyaki with white rice.
You went to a place it's called the One Sushi, and you got chicken teriyaki?
Well, I have to get certain. So I've been trying to lose weight, and I've been trying to gain muscle, right? So like I have like a very strict diet, and their chicken teriyaki is like 2 full chicken breasts. And it was a pretty good deal. You had to eat white rice and broccoli, and you get like most of your protein macros out of that.
How's the weight loss thing going? I saw a picture of you and Greg Excellent, and he looks like he's lost a whole person.
Yeah, he's lost way more than me. He's doing like way better at this than I am. I'm down a little over 40 pounds. I was 240 in probably July of last year, and now I'm like a little under 200, like 195. I float. I go back and forth in my weight, so it kind of fluctuates. My lowest was 190, but that lasted like a day. So now I'm just trying to get to that point. I just want to look like I just want to be able to take my shirt off like at a Hawaiian island or something and not be like uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I just want to like I'm not even gonna be the worst person looking there, like regardless, but I just want to make sure that like nobody kind of goes like, oh.
You should have gone on the Jericho cruise, because then you definitely would have not been the worst looking person there.
I couldn't get booked. Turns out they didn't decide to book guys who were in once successful tag teams. I really thought I was going to get a good shoe in, but it turned out that wasn't the case.
You hit him with the Dennis Stamp line?
Yeah, I had the trampoline and everything and the weights.
That's how you lose the weight.
That's what I'm trying to say.
How's the recovery going from the old injury ski?
Oh, yeah. So I tore my MCL, and I got what's called a trabecular fracture. So if you look at your tibia, right, the top of my tibia was fractured, like a split. So the MCL, I feel fine. I feel okay. I have to wear a knee brace. This woman, I would have loved to be on the next time. Tell them to book me. You guys have way more pull in this than I do.
Look, she's putting you over. She said Kate says you would have been funnier than the comedians they had.
Thank you. I'm a pretty funny comedian, I think. Yeah. So that feels fine. The knee feels fine, but I have pain because the bone's still broken. So I have like another 4 weeks of kind of just like relaxing. I'm allowed to do PT now, which is good. I've kind of been still going to the gym because I'm a fucking idiot, but I feel good. I will be back in wrestling on December 5th.
Can you tell us where?
Yeah, please, because I couldn't find it on your social media, buddy. I
Oh,
tried.
yeah.
I tried hard.
I've confirmed. I'm going to make an announcement. You guys can be the first to hear about it. I'm challenging Bill Carr to a match on December 5th as Beyond returns to Fete Music in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I'm bringing fucking weapons because screw him. Think you're gonna get a Ring of Honor contract and I'm not gonna fucking cut your legs out? I've been wrestling for 21 years. That's what we do. I take spots. Fuck you.
Yeah. Wow. This escalated quickly. What kind of weapons?
My goal, I'm gonna see if I can get an actual table because I'm sick and tired of doors, man. I see a lot of doors out there. I want to bring it back to like classic, like Saturday night, Sunday night heat with like hardcore matches that main evented where it's like Al Snow versus like, Thrasher. And there's just a table and somebody's going through one table for the finish. And that's it.
I actually heard those tables are actually kind of hard to find now. They're all like
expensive
plastic
as shit.
tables. Yeah.
They are expensive as shit. I can't even kid you. An 8-foot table is like $140 now.
Yeah.
It's like wild.
That's why people have been going to like, looking behind like Home Depots and like for the doors and shit. Like it's crazy. And those doors aren't safe because they'll like completely like protrude and you get splinters and
they're not fun. And but you know what? Like I will hit Bill with absolutely anything I can possibly get my hands on at this point.
What's the when you do the weapons, right? Is there a particular weapon that shows up and you're like, fuck?
Barbed wire, always.
What about the Legos?
Legos suck. So I did a fans bring the weapons match at Beyond against Bear Country. And I was on the top rope and Boulder, I think, pushed me off. And I took just a big flat back bump onto Legos. It took chunks out of my back. I'm not kidding you. I literally have keloids in my back from Lego. I broke my elbow in that match. I had a lot of shit happen to me in that match, but like that was the one where I was like, this is the worst pain I've ever been in. Like I could only use one arm, but I was like, no, this sucks. Way worse.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck them Legos.
Brutal.
You guys are fucking nuts. You're out of your minds.
I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I also hate fans bring the weapons matches. I hate them.
Because fans are fucking psychos.
First off, there is no regard for let me fill this bowling ball with thumbtacks. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Who the fuck?
Use as a rattle? Just doing the maraca? Like, no, you asshole. Like, and then you get these weapons, right? But then, like, when you really think about it, basically what we're saying is just bring your garbage and leave it in the ring, and then we'll wrestle in it, and then you can just go home. We don't. There's no like take this back and throw it out. Like we'll do it. Like it's the biggest waste. And then like I just hate them. I'm not a big fan.
No one's putting on like 411 on Facebook. Like, hey, when's the next garbage pickup? Oh, it's at this wrestling show.
Oh wait, honey, do you have special pickup coming this week? Hold on a second. That costs money. What if we go to an indie show and we let a couple of idiots just beat the shit out of themselves with our VCR? That's a great idea, honey. We're not getting divorced now. Like, it's the fucking worst.
And then we'll have all these 18 and 19-year-old kids just sweep it all up.
Just sweep it and put it right into the ring.
Yeah. All right, so to start, NYWC, man, any great stories about that crew that you grew up with there and started with there? Trent, Brett, Brian, Kalen, Tony Nese, any cool stories that stick out?
They're all first off, I love those dudes. I love all these dudes. Alex Reynolds, John Silver.
Yes.
These guys all came from one school that originally started in a garage behind a pet store. Like that's what it was. Well, it actually we started in a karate studio, and then we went to a garage behind a pet store, and then we went to a community center, and then we went to the sportatorium. So I think one of my favorite stories is about Matt Cardona. Ring that bell. Thank you. I actually went to Disney with Matt Cardona and Trent. Ring the bell. And
who?
Trent. Who? So what happened was like a couple weeks before Monster Mack had gorilla pressed Trent into a wall in a match that we were in. So it was me, Trent against Monster Mack and Homicide. And that's the clip of Trent getting thrown to the wall and just dying. So a couple weeks later, I didn't take that, but we all went to Disney. And we're getting on Space Mountain. And Matt Cardona at this point is like, he's a young guy. He's in that horn dog stage of his life, whatever. And we're on Space Mountain, and the girl who's like pushing the buttons for us to move through is very attractive. So Matt's like, oh my God, she's so hot. Dude, she's fucking hot. This is great. So he's like, as we're going, she like checks our safety belts, whatever, and then like doesn't say a word. He's just like shaking, like really excited. And then the ride goes, he goes, you're really hot. And it just like went. And he's like, oh my God, I told her she's hot, she's hot. So we're like, all right, man, like that wasn't smooth. Like you could have like said something. You're a big, tall, good-looking dude. You probably. So we get off the ride, and they go, "You guys get to ride again right away." I'm like, "What?" And they go, "Oh, whatever her name was. Let's just say Tiffany for argument's sake." Tiffany was like, "Oh, you guys can come and do it again." So we get to like cut the entirety of like an hour line on Space Mountain and go right back on the ride. So now we're like, "Yo, Matt, you got to give her your phone number. Like this girl definitely was into whatever you were doing for some reason." So we get like a piece of paper and he writes his phone number down and we get it together. He's like, I'm going to give him my number. I'm going to give him my number. And we get on the Space Mountain ride. And as we're pulling forward, he doesn't say anything again. And we're like, dude, just give her the number. Like, give her the. So right before the ride goes, he literally like crumps it in the ball and throws it at her. And it like bounces off her chest. So she's just like, what the fuck? So we go through and there's like that tunnel at the beginning of Space Mountain. He goes, you think she's going to call? I'm like, no, I don't. I do not believe she's going to call you, man. Like, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. Like,
that's what they say on the podcast. That's so broski.
Dude, it's but he has like those weird moments, like just being like, oh my God, dude, this is great. I can't wait to talk to him. Like that. It's like that is his excitement level as he grew up. Trent, I once saw walk into a woods to smoke weed with an apple. And he was in there for like 9 hours, and we didn't know what happened to him. And he came back out eating the apple. That was it. That's my Trent story. I have a lot of like being on the road with Trent stories, but like that's the one that's the most. Oh shit! I have a good one. Wait, here's a good one. Get ready to ring that bell. So it's me, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, and Trent in Brian Myers' Volvo. Ring that bell. Yeah, put over the Volvo. And we're driving. We stopped to get Taco Bell. So now we're going to get Taco Bell. We're getting the road. We're eating. And Trent has a taco left. And there is as a Cross Bronx Expressway is just traffic forever if anybody's ever been on it. And we're sitting in the Cross Bronx. And Trent's holding this taco. And he sees a homeless guy with a sign that says like money for food. And like it goes by. And Trent just goes, dude, man, I could have given him my taco. Fuck. We just kept going. We think of it, right? Down the road, maybe another 2 miles, 3 miles, feels like an hour and a half, right? Another homeless guy, another sign, money for food. So Trent goes, rolls down his window, literally takes a taco and just lobs it to this homeless man. What he imagined was going to happen.
I've heard this story.
Was this homeless man would catch the taco, open the wrapper, take a bite, and be like, thanks, plasma. But what actually happened was the taco opened and a rain of meat, cheese, and lettuce just fell.
Oh my God.
So he's just going out, no, we're driving past this thing. So then we did a show. There was Ring of Honor that night. We're at the Ring of Honor show. We get to come back. And on the way back, we're just quiet. And he's not talking. He's just staring out the window. I'm like, Trent, you all right, man? He goes, dude, man, taco. And that was it. Yeah.
The psychological damage it does when you try and
he was really upset. He's such like a good-hearted person. Like he's like a very like genuinely nice person. Like he might have become a monster. Wrestling does that to people. But as far as last time I saw him, he's still the same nice person. But yeah, that moment like you could tell it crushed him internally. It was like I felt so bad.
I've heard that story before. I love hearing it from somebody else that was actually there for it.
Dude, I was in the car. I was just staring at it. Like,
it's legit the exact account that the other versions of. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a great story. There's a lot of like wrestling, whatever. You have like your other stories about like people being like wild and crazy, whatever. I have like Marty Jannetty stories I'll tell every now and then, but like those are like the sincere moments where you're like with guys that you came up with, and you're like, at the time, like I was kind of like, I don't want to say training because I think it's weird for me to use the term training with them, but like I was teaching them wrestling moves and wrestling a little bit about it, and it was like you see them come up and you see what they got, and you're like, man, I wasn't really good. They're like way better than me. Those guys are on TV. Those guys are like Matt Cardona owns like 1 million wrestling figures I can't afford. Like, we have very different lives now, but he gave me this shirt, so that's really all that matters. This shirt.
You talk about training and wrestling people. You did have a fun little cameo on Holy Foley.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was a very weird segment. It was a weird lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
So he was going to NYWC to potentially go and like I guess Mick Foley was going to NYWC to like I guess talk to them about filming something there. Now I'm friends with Mick Foley. You're not even ringing the bell on that one. I'm friends with Mick Foley. We've been friends since like 2006. Just like he filmed a pilot for a show that was supposed to be on like A&E or something like a long time ago, and I was on that, and then that didn't go anywhere. And then this one, it was just like he and I have been friendly and been doing comedy together and stuff like that since. So now I'm like, oh, I'll go see hi to Mick. I have to pick up a hoodie because NYWC had hoodies, and I bought one. So I went to show up to say hello, and then Mick goes, "Oh, Dan will train my daughter." I'm like, "What? I'm gonna do what now?" And they go, "Oh, I'm filming a pilot. We just need someone to be here for the pilot, and then like, after the pilot, like we'll, that'll be it." I'm like, "Okay." So I show up, and the pilot episode is me training his daughter, and Mick comes in, and reality TV's fake. And Mick goes, "What are you doing training to be a wrestler? I thought we agreed you weren't going to do this." And then that's the whole thing. So that's episode, I think, 2 of the show, actually. So that's pilot, right? So I'm like, okay, my work here is done. And I go to leave. And the producer calls me the next day, like, they really want to keep you around. So you want to do like 8 episodes? I'm like, all right. Like, that sounds fun. So I kept training her. And then Mick and I did a couple of things. We were like driving around following them. And I got to do comedy on TV. And it was really cool. It was like a nice, like, it's a weird life for a little bit there. And then Noelle Foley broke her ribs giving me an elbow drop, and then she had a tryout like the week later. So I might have fucked over Noelle Foley's wrestling tryout. So we'll see.
It's a story, man. That's fucking...
Yeah, I mean, it's not for me. It's a great story, but for like Noelle, it's not. Like I jumped off the ropes and broke my ribs on some shitty indie wrestler. Like that's not really a great way to go.
Yeah, but you didn't do anything. Like she jumped off the ropes, right?
I'm just solid. That's why I broke Juba's hand too. Like I'm just a solid boy. A lot of people don't know. I'm a brick shithouse. A lot of people can't see it when you see me.
It's all that Jameson and chicken teriyaki.
Dude, that's it. I'm just goosed up on sodium right now. I'm ready to go.
Let's put that shit in a blender.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're talking. Ooh.
All right. So we're on. Dan Barry has joined us at the Dan Barry, Twitter, Instagram, ProWrestlingTees.com/Dan Barry. He's doing comedy tomorrow night at the Rockville Center, 8 p.m. The link is on his social media if you want to go out there, watch him do some funny stuff. He's coming to Jersey on Mischief Night this Saturday night in Fair Lawn, and then out there at Rivers Casino in Philadelphia on the 18th of November with Chuck Nice.
And announced on this show, huh? How about that exclusives?
December 5th.
December 5th, Fet Music. I'm challenging Bill Carr. I don't bring your ass, Bill Carr. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Don't bring the weapons though.
Yeah, fans don't bring weapons. Just watch. I'm so sick of
Tony
hit you with this toaster. What the fuck am I doing with a toaster?
Tony, what was the show that he was on NEW? Chuck Nice.
Oh, it was Radio Chick.
There we go. I couldn't think of the.
Come on, you didn't know that?
I couldn't think of it.
Literally one of my favorite dudes. Great dude.
So if you want to see Dan do some comedy while he's recovering from his injury, check him out. Kevin's a comedian. I don't know if you guys have you ever done any jokes with Kevin?
No,
Nope,
we have yet to work together. I think the most interactions we've ever had was wrestling. Actually, I think I met you briefly in Orlando for Comic-Con, for WrestleCon.
Sounds about right.
And then you and Team Tremendous worked a Wrestle Pro show maybe like two years ago.
Was it the Funny Money or was it the so it was us against Allie and Rosemary?
Yeah, it was one of them because I do the music, I do the cues behind the the thing. So so it was. I don't think we spoke then, but you were definitely there. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that was the day where we had to do the show, and then I had to immediately drive Bill back to work. Like we came in, he did a spot, and then we like drove him straight. Actually, he got misted, and then for the entire intermission, he pretended he was really blind.
so we didn't have to like talk to people.
He was just like, "Who's saying that?" So people would take pictures with us, and he'd be looking off in the distance. It was so funny.
Yeah, but you. I mean, we have a lot of mutual friends. I mean, you worked like Governors and McGuire's and all those
I
clubs
think
out in New York.
KP Burke is that yeah.
Yeah, KP's like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Ring the fucking bell.
Yeah,
You're
see?
KP Burke?
I mean, I don't know. We're just going out of control.
Don't
tonight.
ring it hard.
Yeah, just tap it.
There it is. That's a perfect KP Burke bell.
It's so funny. Like Kevin and Dan are like the same person. They're friends with Mick Foley. They're friends with the Major Brothers. They're both into comedy. They're both into wrestling. I mean, it's like you guys are twins.
He collects action figures. I drink until my liver hurts.
Well, I mean, the
Kevin.
only difference there is the action figures.
Don't let us down, Kev.
I mean, I kind of stopped the Jameson for now, but I drink like probably gonna drink like 12 beers tonight, 12 claws tonight.
Yeah, I mean it is Monday.
And no chicken teriyaki for Kevin, so he's fucking raised the bar, buddy.
That's
Kevin's-
not true.
Kevin's got like crown fried chicken.
I have leftover
White Castle.
no chicken teriyaki upstairs.
This
These
is
are lies.
uncomfortable.
This is a farce.
Here's
Maybe
what
my
I'll say.
No, my
one
dad
is
got the chicken
leftover-
teriyaki. I got the shrimp lo mein. My dad got the chicken teriyaki.
There is no such thing as leftover White Castle. It's either now or garbage. There's no like,
No,
come back to that. There's no come back to that.
That's incorrect, sir.
Like, all right, fine. If you guys don't like your colon, you keep doing what you're doing. But
I mean,
that's not
Dan, I've done it. I've gotten a lot more than I could eat in one night and threw it in the crisper in the refrigerator and ate it the next day.
everything okay at home?
Ah!
That's a whole different can of worms.
Look, man, we used to do the White Castle Super Bowl challenge. And
Fucking maniac.
the rules were you get three crave cases, and you start when you bring them home, and you have to eat as many White Castles as you can before the end of the Super Bowl. If you throw up, you're eliminated. But then we usually have extra, so you pop a couple of them bad boys in the microwave the next day, and you heat them right up. You're good to go.
You guys every day we stray further from God's light. I don't like this at all.
That's a very good.
There's
point.
a pretty good story about Bill and White Castle. So we were supposed to do Chikara King of Trios, but then I got booked to go to PWG and do like interviews, and then I did the night 3 10-man tag or whatever it was. So that weekend, Bill was in King of Trios in Philly at the Chikara Arena. So when you show up to a wrestling show, you show up with your gear bag and you show up with your merch bag. So every wrestler does. Bill showed up with his gear bag and a crave case from White Castle. He just walked in the locker room. So there's Mike Quackenbush, very like, I'm Mike Quackenbush. Hello, William Carr, like that guy. And he just sees Bill in all of his glory with a crave case and White Castle, sitting in a chair by the entranceway, just opening it and just fucking eating it while people are calling their matches. Joey Styles walks by before Joey got canceled. And he goes and sees Joey walking by, and he goes, "Hey Joey, we're gonna get that mac and cheese later." Joey just looks at him. They had never met before. This is their first meeting, and he goes, "Hell yeah, it's gonna be great." He just like walked away. It's like so stupid. But imagine showing up to a wrestling show with a crave case instead of gear.
I would not want to be in the ring with him on that night.
Tato's outside right now because Tato's having his outside time. Sorry, Kate. In the chat, Kate is asking to see Tato. Tato is unavailable for the duration of this show. He needs to be outside.
Is that your dog?
Tato's not booked.
Yeah, Tato's not booked.
Who's Tato?
My dog. I have a dog. I have a deaf pit bull named Tato.
Why is he called Tato?
Well, it's just short for potato dog. It's a somewhat long story, but it's not really interesting. It's just potato dog. I adopted. So this is I'm gonna sound like a fucking hero real quick. I adopted a deaf dog who had been abused, and so Tato was like very like weird and tense for a long time, but now he's like a big lovable puppy. But he likes to be outside and stare at the squirrels that sit in my trees in my backyard. And he will do that up until probably about 9 o'clock tonight because that's his nightly activity. It's, you know, you take him for a walk. He chases a squirrel. He watches that squirrel until that squirrel goes to bed, and then he comes back in and goes to sleep. That's his entire.
You know, this is gonna sound weird because my wife watches a lot of weird TV shows. The dogs that chase the raccoons sounds exact. They do the exact same thing like your dog does with the squirrels. They chase the raccoon up into the tree, and then their handlers know the specific barks as to when they've located a raccoon.
Tato definitely does not do the bark because he doesn't know how to bark because he never really learned how to bark.
Okay.
He has never heard a bark in his life. He sounds like a Southern Baptist minister. That's what he does. He'll just go, but like it's like 2:00 in the morning. I wake up to a dog whose face is right here. He's like, It's like, oh, I want to go outside. I got to poo. Just like, all right, Tato, let's go. Let my dog out.
As long as he can communicate with him, it's a win.
Yeah, he does a lot of pawing of the face. That's his way of getting your attention. And he also does the exasperated like look back. So like he'll be walking somewhere, and if you don't follow him, he'll just come back and be like, "What are you doing?" It's like, all right, let's go, Tato, outside. But I trained a deaf dog to many respects. So I feel like that's what I did during COVID. Is I got real fat and I trained a deaf dog.
It's no different than training Noel Foley.
A little bit different. I didn't break the dog's ribs yet.
I was just going for a joke, guys. Just to laugh.
I know. I feel you.
I'm with a bunch of comedians. I got to try and fit in.
Well, I'm doing my best to not make fun of Noel Foley because I don't get in trouble. It's my friend's daughter, man. Like, come on. Frank the Clown. I'll shoot on him all day. He's a really nice guy, actually.
Oh, man. Wish we had time for that.
There's a whole episode we were following him around in a car, and they cut like 90% of it. Like, we just were saying some of the most awful shit about him. And the whole point was to be like, the storyline was Mick hates Frank because he's a clown, whatever. But my whole thing was like, I just kept like saying just like jokes. Like, there's a guy who looks like the guy who's dressed like a pervert, and also the clown. Like, it's just like, you just keep it going or whatever. And we had a lot of fun with it. And then they cut all of it. They're like, we can't use any of the things that you guys said. We're like, all right, well,
not on the network.
Yeah, that's the extended cut will be on Peacock.
Good luck finding it. You can't find fucking anything on Peacock.
I don't even pay for it, man. I'm done.
God damn. Well, I watch The Office and fucking the Bob Ross painting as I go to sleep.
You don't have YouTube?
Very salient point.
Fair enough. Joke's on me, I guess.
Yeah, come on, man. If it's free, it's good.
I'm a fucking millionaire. Come on.
I see, Millionaire Matt. Look at you.
I'm living the gimmick. Some bullshit.
Why are you late, Tony? What's late, Tony mean?
I showed up about a half an hour into the show tonight because I knew you were going to be on. I didn't want to miss the show completely, so that's why I'm here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for not missing the show completely. If you leave during Ninja Mac, that's going to be very upsetting for Ninja Mac. I'm just going to say it.
Well, who the fuck is Ninja Mac? I mean,
see? Oh, my God. He's attacking him.
Are you familiar with the Ninja Mac?
Me?
Yes.
No, I've never seen a GIF of a guy do a double back handspring into a moonsault before.
No, not that, man. Have you ever like worked with Ninja Mac?
No, I've never worked with him. He's actually somebody that when I saw, I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, he's like, it's great. Like, I remember the first time I saw Ruckus, it blew my mind. And the same thing happened when I saw him. I was like, this guy, he's either got this all figured out or he's going to shine bright like a diamond and then disappear. No, I've seen what he does. I like his shit. I think that I have to watch probably more to see like, because I'm like the older wrestler, so I have to kind of like watch people and be like, what's his footwork like, and what's his like tie up like, and like that's what I think. I think he's really good though. I think he's got a really big future, and I think he's got a lot of things going for him. Don't tell him I said that because I have the mean angry vet thing going. I gotta keep that going. Like Dan Barry said, he could beat you in a shoot fight. Like say shit like that. That's fine.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I will say it.
100%. Throw you right on.
His name's Ninja Mac. I feel like he's gonna fuck me up, but you know what? I told Josh Barnett I'm gonna beat him up in real life. I don't tell Ninja Mac I'm gonna beat him up in real life.
I mean, I've called out Bobby Lashley and King Mo, and they've been ducking me. So
bunch of cowards.
Exactly. See, Dan Barry knows they're all pussies.
Yeah, I called out Chris Brown for like 3 years, and he finally blocked me on Twitter. So I feel you.
Who's Chris Brown?
I remember that. I remember that actually.
He is a singer who
he beat up Rihanna, right?
Beat up Rihanna, and like he went on. He was like on his like makeup tour. He went to like Good Morning America. And he threw something through a window. So I just started calling him the C word aggressively on Twitter. I was like, yeah, cunt. So I was like,
I said cuck.
Oh, I said no. I said this. I said C.
You said the actual word.
Yeah.
Oh, cunt.
Yeah, cunt.
What,
So,
cunt? You could say cunt. Who cares?
I don't know. Kate's here. I don't upset Kate.
Please.
Look, if Kate is
She
friends
uses
with
that
us,
word
she's-
like everybody uses like and the.
Yeah, fair. She but so I started saying like I started calling him like whatever. I started calling him a cunt, and I just did it like all the time. I'd be like, "Hey guys, you know what time it is? Hey, by the way, Chris Brown's a cunt." Like I did that for like literally like 3 years, and then finally like people were saying all of the like there were people attacking me like he would beat the shit out of you. I'm like literally like I will fly him somewhere and fight him. Like I don't care. Like I'll beat up Chris Brown. And so then it became like this thing, and then he finally blocked me on Twitter, and I was like, oh. I was like, I really like
that would have been a lot of fun.
let's see if I'm still blocked. Let's take a look. Chris Brown.
Yeah, most people take that as like a badge of honor. You're like literally upset.
Yeah, I really wanted to bother him.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only Chris Brown's a hockey player that I can get access to. Oh, here we go. Chris Brown.
Who does he
Yeah,
play
blocked. Still blocked. Damn. I thought I had a really good in.
fuck that guy.
All right.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'll punch him in the fucking dick. How do you like them apples?
Yeah. I'll beat up Chris Brown. Let's go, Breezy. I'll beat the
Alright,
shit
so-
out of you.
He
Dan
listens to
Barry.
the show, by the way, Dan.
He doesn't?
No, he does.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh yeah, Breezy's all
Good.
about this.
I was worried.
Who's breezy?
Chris Breezy.
Chris Brown, man.
I don't know. This
Millionaire Matt, use $1 and buy just one song to find out who we're talking about.
Oh, I'm not spending $1 on a guy that beats a woman.
You buy a Rihanna song. I'm sure he's on one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm over the Rhiannon thing. My wife's name is Rhiannon, and everyone calls her Rhiannon, so I just don't like her.
Rihanna,
your
not
wife?
Ryan Ann.
No,
Is
it's
Rhiannon?
Rhiannon, like the Fleetwood Mac song.
No, I know, but there's that same spelling as Rhiannon, and then Ryan Ann, and there's like it's really interesting. Like that one spelling RHIANNON or whatever. It's all across. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not stupid.
That's why, Dan. That's why we wanted you on.
Do you see my Muppet Christmas Carol poster, guys? I'm fucking genius. That's what
Wait, we got a Muppet Christmas Carol poster?
Yeah, right here.
This is so late.
And then there's Papa Shango's right here. It's Papa Shango. Yeah. This is my office too. So like people call me and I'll be sitting on my office like, what is that behind you? Oh, it's a voodoo witch doctor.
All right. God, I want to ask you one more question, but we got to let you
Go
go.
ahead, ask him.
All right, go ahead.
He's not here yet.
Muppet Christmas Carol or the original Muppet Family Christmas?
Muppet Christmas Carol. It's more sentimental to me. It's sentimental.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
More
I
than
think-
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas?
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas is a goddamn classic, and I agree with you. It makes Bill cry. This movie, Muppet Christmas Carol, is one of those things that like okay, Christmas. So Thanksgiving happens. The next day, Muppet Christmas Carol goes on, and Dan starts putting up his Christmas tree. Like that's how I do it. It is no joke in this house. It is. Go ahead.
Serious question, Dan. Now, Christmas tree. Do you do a real Christmas tree or a fake Christmas
Fake.
tree? Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Fake. You got it.
Fake.
Fake, man.
Why?
Look. I like a real Christmas tree. I do, and it's not. There's no like. I get how to do it. You put tile on the fucking thing. I get it. I understand all of it. They're so wasteful.
Yep.
To get a real Christmas tree, and the amount of damage you're really doing when you get a real Christmas tree. The fake Christmas tree will last notably longer. You could take the real one and plant it in the tree and plant it in front of your house when you're done, but you have to have taken care of it up until that point so it can go into the ground. Otherwise, you're literally just throwing it out. Then you can use it for firewood if you're going to recycle it, if you're that type of person. But what happens more often than not? You throw it in the fucking street, somebody takes it and they take it and throw it away. It's just very wasteful. So from my perspective, it's always fake.
Can't argue with that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Listen,
Dan
this is a 38-year-old man saying, I've had the younger me be like, get a real one, fuck it, throw it on the top of a car. And like me, I'm like, nah, man, this is eco-friendly to get the shitty plastic tree. The real eco-friendly thing is to not light your house up for Christmas. Like, let's be completely honest. But
I like this. I like this eco-friendly Dan Barry.
I try. I'm a carer. I'm a full-on liberal, guys. Let's go. You want to talk politics? I'll throw
Nope,
it out there.
nope, nope, nope,
No,
nope.
Dan,
I
we're
just-
gonna refrain.
I just wanted to let that happen and let it simmer for a hot minute and watch the boiling occur.
Dan, you want to hang with us and talk to Ninja Mack, or you want to go about the rest
Yeah,
of
I'll
your
hang out for a few minutes. Let's say hi to
evening.
Ninja Mac. If
Alright.
is he in the room? Oh,
He's
shit.
here.
Hey, big bitch, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's
What's
up,
up, Ninja
Ninja
Mack?
Mack?
Hey, y'all hear me well on here? I can't really tell with my mask right now.
We
Yeah,
got you,
we hear
Ninja.
you
You're
great.
good.
Awesome. Heck yeah. How y'all doing, Ninja Mac? How y'all?
Good, Ninja Mack. It's Dan Barry. I don't know if you know Dan.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
I don't think I got the chance to meet you yet.
You have
Ninja.
not. You have not. I literally was saying I'm a big fan. I like what you're doing. I then said to tell you that I could beat you in a shoot fight. So let's go. I'm gonna
How
fight a
much?
fucking ninja.
How much you want to bet?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I have student loan debt.
Hey, I mean, we can go like dessert on dinner or something if you want to.
All right, all right. We'll have a fake shoot fight, and winner gets a triple chocolate meltdown from Applebee's. That's what I think.
Oh, done deal. Triple
That's
chocolate cake. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, my man. My man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Actually, I probably get my ass whipped. I'm just the YouTube ninja.
Hell yeah. Still
Why
works.
why does everybody like Applebee's so much?
Oh, we don't. It's just open late, and you get 2 for after 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Oh, I know. I worked in the kitchen at Applebee's, and
I was a server at Applebee's and a bartender.
I was a server, a bartender, and I worked in the kitchen.
I did Expo. I didn't really work too much in the kitchen. I did Expo every now and then. Apple Buddies. Now we're talking. Guys, we're fucking bonding.
Employee of the year, 1999, buddy.
Dang.
I was definitely not employee of the year. I was definitely high more often than not. But it was definitely a fun job at the time.
Ninja Mac,
Sure.
thank you for joining us. I'm surprised to see you with the mask on, considering the result we saw Saturday night at GCW.
Yeah, I mean, things happen in Los Angeles. I don't know, man. That's the third time I've had my mask off.
You're a handsome man. You can
I
show it off.
appreciate you. Well, I mean, so I know with the character and the gimmick and the ninja stuff. I don't necessarily always wear the mask. So when I first started wearing the ninja mask, I was doing a lot of lucha, and y'all saw me come out with that original black mask. But I would take it off against the luchadors. And when I would wrestle American wrestlers, I would keep it on, intimidating purposes like lucha. I've done lucha so long. I've kept that idea, and I always ran it back and forth, and it's kind of blended into the ninja character. But I'll still wrestle some lucha in Texas. I'll take it off, so I'm not against it. But for GCW, yeah, I haven't taken it off much, so they do get a little bit of a surprise when they see the whiteness.
My man. As a white guy who at one point could flip a lot, I got you. You're my boy.
I understand. No, it's so I do a lot when I do a lot of Mexico. They'll always ask me, "Hey, what are you? What ethnicity are you?" And I'm just like, I'm a gringo coming down, just trying to do some lucha work and move fast. They don't ever believe me until I take the mask off.
Well, it's funny because Dan Barry on the show with us, friend of Mick Foley. You last week.
Oh yeah,
Sasuke special, and you had a very Mick Foley-ish moment.
It was very scary. It was at actually a lucha show too. I was back in Houston. That was one of the weekends I had off, and a lucha show happened to pop up on a Sunday, and lucha Sunday is something special to me. So I've done a lot of lucha in Texas, and always had lucha on Sunday when we wanted to work. So Sunday is like my lucha religion, and so I've always done lucha on Sunday. But that moment, that choke moment, that's the first time I've actually messed up doing that spot. And it even messed me up on Saturday. I didn't even do it on Saturday. I got scared.
What's the
Get back on that horse? Get back on the horse. I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to. I want to make sure he has his time, and I don't want to be here. But thank you guys for having me.
Hey, I
Ninja
appreciate
Mac,
you being here, sir.
Keep
Thank
doing
you.
your shit. You're awesome, guys.
Hey,
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thank you for your words.
No problem.
Dan Barry, everybody. Be sure to follow him on the Twitter machine. Sorry about that, Mr. Mac. So
No, hey, please give it all the time.
What's the protocol? So you get like, does the referee, does your opponent instantly know that you're in trouble?
I don't know if there was an exact protocol at that moment because it's never happened to me before. I don't think they've seen someone get choked up like that. So thankfully they being good friends of mine, and then Drago was one of the guys in the opponents. Big name, big luchador name. They were just smart enough and quick enough to get me out of my situation. I know we're having a match. We're trying to see who's getting the win, but we're also not gonna let someone happen. When situation happens like that, you do the right thing, get them down, and then even the guy gave me a little kick at the end. But they did the right thing. They got me down. They protected me. So I appreciate them. Arrow Crab, Luke.
So you've been crushing it in GCW the last year, a little AAA, and I know because of the pandemic, it's prevented you from going over to Japan and working Pro Wrestling Noah. But it seems like GCW is really invested in you. A lot of scramble matches. I know a couple weeks ago they put you in there with Alex Zane and Leo Rush.
Yes, sir.
How much does it mean when you see a promotion like GCW, who's on the rise, put so much stock into you?
Oh, it means everything. Like I said, I've done lucha for a while. I mean, without COVID, when COVID hit off, I was on a 2.5-year break of not wrestling. I had a kid, life happens. I got a real job, started the grind of life, trying to be a dad. And then COVID hit and I had some free time to go back to some training and then start rolling on shows. Loco Wrestling in Houston. They gave me Jaime Martinez and Pedro Ortega, Mr. Lowrider, gave me a start again just to kind of get going. Jimmy Lloyd called me for the Tampa Collective for WrestleMania weekend because he watched me and Dante Leon in January at Loco Wrestling. And you can catch that on Title Match TV Network. But they saw that match, and then I had a match in March with Dragon Bane. I don't know if y'all seen Dragon Bane. He's been at some of the GCW shows. He's all over. Him and his brother, phenomenal. I mean, have y'all even watched those two guys?
I'm familiar with them. Yes.
They're amazing. But I had a match with him, so that's when Noah contacted me back in March, because Noah contacted me before GCW, and they were trying to get things to work out because with my girl being a school teacher, it was so much easier to go over the summer. That June, July, August schedule, do 12 weeks over there. And then COVID got a little worse. They weren't going to take any more visas. And since they're not taking any more visas, I had a whole summer schedule, and GCW stepped right in after seeing me at the Collective. I had a good little show at the Collective. So Jimmy Lloyd called me. I did the first match at the Collective, and they told me I had to fly myself in too, because it was just the opportunity to get out there. So I flew myself in, did that first match for them, and that weekend I ended up doing 6 matches, 5 for GCW and 1 for New Texas Pro on a WrestleMania weekend. And that kind of really kicked off the Ninja Mack stuff. And I wasn't even in the new gear, the new attire. I was coming out with the black mask, the shirt, my merch shirt I sell, some old black pants, wrestling pants, and just testing the waters and seeing how I would do again. And then,
what's the background? Because you are fucking unbelievably athletic. You do something. That's the match you had with Arez Saturday night at GCW War Ready.
You got to see. I haven't got to see the match yet. I've seen some clips online that I've reshared. I've not actually got to go back and rewatch the match. So for the people that haven't watched the match, you can always go to Fight TV and check it out and subscribe. But I haven't watched it yet. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think of the match?
Dude, the match was unbelievable. The way they told the story with your mask, when you lose your mask, the hesitation on the Sasuke special. Don't worry, I can never speak the English language. It's not just because you're here.
No worries.
The finish, dude, was it was awesome. Such a fucking great match. And Arez, who's been on MLW, he's super young, super great.
Oh,
you guys matched up amazingly. It was such a good match.
When he really is, he is the king of strange style. If you have not seen some Arez matches, get a chance. He might be the most unique, ground wrestler, movements. Man, a dream match of mine, I've told to people, but that Arez King Strange match versus a Jonathan Gresham match is a match I would be willing to pay for to watch. Buy a ticket to that show. That's something I've always wanted to see, but that's just Ninja Mack little self-interest. But yeah, King Strange, man, that match, Arez, it was he was tough. He whipped my ass for a little bit. So he got me really good. I caught him at the end.
It's funny that you mentioned Jonathan Gresham, man, because like he's one of the most polarizing, I think, wrestlers in the entire industry right now.
Oh, he's
There's
amazing. Just watch him move. Like you as a wrestler, you watch people move. People have certain flows, and you watch their tempo, you watch their style, and it's just like it mixes so well.
Yeah, and he kind of reminds me because I always say to the guys here that he kind of reminds me of like a new age like Ivan Putski, like built low to the ground, like built like jacked like a brick house, but can just flow like you said, like nothing phases him.
Hey, well, I would say maybe it's a little favoritism because maybe we're both short guys in the world of professional wrestling, and just being shorter guys, we're not going to get any taller. So I might understand where he's trying to get a little wider and a little bigger to keep up. And it's not a bad plan. If you can't get any taller, you might as well get wider. Right? I mean, it's not a bad, but make sure you do it the right way.
Of course, absolutely. And just like so what are your thoughts on him in general overall? Because you mentioned him, and his name is like a trigger to me. Jonathan Gresham is a trigger to me.
Yeah, well, I mentioned him just because you can see his style and his flow really well, and it's very obvious when you watch him, and it's entertaining. It's not another person's very entertaining to watch is Effie. He might Effie's got great moves, but Effie is such a different a performance and energy when he brings it, and it's so entertaining, and he catches you. It's just you catch those flows from each of those matches, so it's like a different energy wave. So people that stand out and you watch them, it's just their energy.
Well, I think you're one of those individuals that stands out, and big win Saturday night against the Rez, and you were not shy on social media at Ninja Mack 1 on Twitter. You threw it out there to Josh Barnett, and you said, "Bloodsport 8. If Yo-Yo wants to throw hands, let's go."
Yeah, I like I said, going back to the background of Ninja Mack, let's make a bet. Name something, and I'll tell you even if I participated in any kind of a sport. Give me a sport, anything in general.
Like a Muay Thai or
I've done some Muay Thai. I love Muay Thai.
Ping pong.
I'm phenomenal at ping pong, but I don't have nunchucks. But if y'all ever want to go on ping pong, I make $20 games on ping pong, or beers if you don't want to make bets.
I'll play that. I'll play ping pong for beers.
I'm down, man. We'll go out one night. Let's go play some ping pong for some beers one night.
Let's figure this out.
Hey, I'm telling you, let's go make some bets. But yeah, I've really tried to dab into as much as I can. So growing up, I did amateur wrestling. I did taekwondo. I did some gymnastics. I mean, you see the gymnastics, but I would say I was a much better amateur wrestler than a gymnast. Jiu-jitsu, when I got into the first year of college, I really kind of rolled into jiu-jitsu on the side, and that helped a lot. My second year out of high school, I tried out for the circus. That was something wild. So I tried out for the circus. I didn't make it my first time for Circus Soleil in Vegas. I tried out again 6 weeks later, and then they took me. The first time it wasn't because I couldn't do all the cool flips and the crazy stuff. I wasn't able to dance across the floor. And then when you're actually doing those shows and performances, you can't just kind of like flip across the stage for 10 minutes.
Right.
So I had to learn to move my feet and get better at just moving. So it wasn't just like doing the crazy tricks to me. And that's what got me into entertaining and learning to perform. And that was a huge step in even just getting into my wrestling career. So I literally spent a summer doing some tap dance, some ballet, some jazz, and just different forms of dance. And I'm nothing special at it, but just enough to get across the stage, feel comfortable, open up to putting myself in that position. Because I was growing up, like I said, when you're wrestling, it's not a football game, so you're one-on-one. Your eyes are on you. Now I love football. I played fucking running back, played point guard for basketball, but it's team games. But just grinding, man. Jiu-jitsu, wrestling, Muay Thai. I've dabbed into taekwondo, and you know what's crazy? I know the ninja character and the ninja kicks. I'm gonna put my girl over for a second. She just got 3 world titles for ATA Taekwondo. She's now a 10-time world champ. So congrats, my beautiful lady.
That's awesome.
And she's phenomenal. She's about to become a 6th-degree black belt, which will give her master status. So she's the real ninja in the family. And if I could convince her to put on a cool costume with me and come join, we might have an interesting intergender tag team coming soon.
It's so crazy. I thought about this question and you just kept going on, which was incredible about all this awesome stuff that you've been doing. But going back to like all these aspects of what you can do to improve your athleticism that really have nothing to do with wrestling, but at the same time have everything to do with wrestling in terms of timing, in terms of flexibility, like with the ballet and with the tap dancing and all that stuff. We had Kerry Morton on, Ricky Morton's son, last week, who literally spent a lifetime in musical theater. And there's so many parallels between the wrestling business and stuff that literally have nothing to do with the wrestling business, but at the same time, all correlates together. Is that something that you've ever kept in the back of your mind while you do all these other projects?
No, of course. So, like I said, that's coming out of college and like getting into everything. When I was doing those circus jobs, like the circus and wrestling, there's indie circuses and Circus Soleils like your WWE. So I would do stints with Cirque, and as an independent contractor, you work for 6 months, you do 6 weeks. So, and then I would do indie work with other circus companies. And when I turned 25, I was on my last tour in Seattle. Guy was a pro wrestler, and he wasn't a big wrestler, and we would shoot wrestle in between days while we're traveling because we were bored. He'd just get close with people, and he told me, I'd look up into pro wrestling. You're good at flips. You can actually shoot wrestle and shoot fight, just because I was training so much. And then just being in the circus, I had great athleticism at the time. So I flew home on a Friday to Houston, Texas. I looked at pro wrestling schools, and Booker T is right in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Booker. I literally went to a fantasy camp that Sunday. That weekend I flew in, and that was the beginning of my pro wrestling career.
Let me redirect, I guess, if you will. Would you recommend any of these outside, I guess, hobbies or careers if someone wanted to get into wrestling? Like if a wrestler wanted to improve his athleticism and his flexibility, would you recommend something like ballet? Would you recommend something like tap dancing? Would you recommend, just gymnastics for a professional wrestler?
Oh, yes, sir. I recommend it to all of them in the locker room when I see them. I let them know. Why not? Why not stretch a little more? Or you know what? When you do your match, instead of everyone just going to the back and changing and getting ready for life, do a little stretch. Stretch for 5 minutes. Maybe your back problems in 10 years won't be as bad. Wrestlers got bad body injuries, and you're grinding hard, and you can't prevent injuries. That's going to happen no matter what. But by stretching and taking care of yourself consistently and doing it right, you can maybe have a longer career. But it's still just a gamble.
What does it take for a company like GCW or any prominent independent wrestling company to invest in a talent? What do you need to do for somebody to take a chance on you?
You got to take a chance on them. Like I said, going out to Tampa my first weekend, I flew myself out there. They presented the opportunity and said, if you can get out there, we'll put you in our first scramble. I flew myself. It was $96 round trip, so it wasn't bad. I mean, there's also before COVID started easing up because those prices are starting to go up now. Yeah. But I flew myself out there to Tampa. I got my own hotel that night, and I didn't even get a hotel the second night. I just got a flight 2 days later, and I was going to wing it and just meet people and see what happened. Like I said, I ended up doing 6 matches over those 2 or 3 days I was there. I even booked my flight that was 2 days later. I changed it to fly home Sunday just to get the extra matches in. But they presented an opportunity. I made a little deposit. I put up a little. I got the flight. I got my first night in the hotel. I got there. I showed up. I didn't just get there myself. I got there and I performed that first match, and it popped. And then I went out there the second time, and it popped again. Okay, well, come do the night show, and it popped again. And I made myself available. I was there at ringside. I was there in between shows. I never left the building.
Yeah.
So obviously you're doing incredible things. You're on the rise. GCW's on the rise. Such an interesting locker room. I mean, you look at the show from Saturday night, Minoru Suzuki, Psycho Clown, Effie, yourself, Dickinson. Then you look Starboy Charlie. I mean, for you, how important is a good locker room for a promotion?
It's huge. Everyone's got to do their part. Everyone's got to make sure they're hitting their roles. And like I said, if you're opening match, you got to be very excited. If you finish a match, you gotta bring that energy to close the show. If you're in the middle of the card, you gotta find ways to keep that crowd alive over 3 hours, because those GCW shows are not short. That's 3.5, 4 hours. Opening matches, like I said, it's gonna be hot because you got that many people right now, and they're growing like crazy. Last match, there's rain, but we have such good performers that we're all interchangeable, and everyone can perform and get the best out of that crowd. You can put those tag matches with the Briscoes and Second Gear Crew. You can put any of them anywhere, and you're gonna have a great match. You can put AJ Great anywhere on the card. It's gonna be a great match. They find ways to get energy out of all these people. So everyone's stepping up. The young guys are stepping up. The new guy. I'm very new to GCW. I said I've only been rolling with GCW 4 or 5 months, and I'm very grateful that they let me into their locker room. But they've been there. They've known each other. I'm trying to know these guys and to get to meet them. But they've been nothing but great to me. They've welcomed me. Besides, like I said, and sometimes they hit me in the head with matches and chairs. But besides that, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that you had a singles match with Atticus Cogar, so he's very prominent in the deathmatch game, and I don't see I don't feel like Ninja Mack wants to dabble in the deathmatch, does he?
No. I gave Brett. I gave Brett. I was very clear in Tampa. Not that I have nothing against death matching. I watch it. It's not bad. I enjoy it. If they were willing to pay my price, I would do a death match. They have not agreed to make my price. And the day I met Brett, I told him what my price was. I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to make myself valuable enough one day where he'll pay that price. And when I'm valuable enough for him to pay that price, you'll get the white ninja outfit. So for that death match.
Oh, I like that. Kind of like, is it like an alter ego? Jesus Christmas. Alter ego like the Jushin Liger. I'm done. Out.
All right, so I'll ask this.
Out. English is out.
All right, so is it an alter ego like Jushin Liger's alter ego, which is what, Kishin Liger, Matt?
Yes.
Is that basically what this is? Kind of maybe what we'll see.
We I would say at the moment, because I am independent and I do what I want, the image of Ninja Mack to me right now is a gambling ninja. So you see the red and the black, because in roulette you see red and black on the table, and I make bets. So I know people do ask me, does the red mean you're angry? Is that the Kamikaze? The name Kamikaze that's coming out for AAA show, I couldn't use Ninja and I couldn't use Mack copyrighted wise because they've already had that previously in their long history. So I needed to come up with a new name, and then I had that name ready for my new finisher that I haven't brought out yet. I keep some secret techniques that I haven't shown anyone. So, but since I haven't shown anyone, I figured that'd be a good name to use when I go internationally. So it's been working, Kamikaze. With GCW announcers though, like I said, they're independent too. They say what they want. They can do what they want. So they recommend Ninja Kamikaze Mack. Ninja fuck Mack. So it changes every time. And to me, I appreciate what they say. I do try and represent wrestling to a whole public of audience, and there's going to be kids and there's going to be adults involved. So to me, cussing, it's a GCW show, so I'm used to it. But previously, no cussing was done. But I've also done a lot of lucha. So when you go to lucha, you got people screaming at you. And in Mexico, they said some things to me down in Mexico City. They did not like me at first. But by the end of the match, they all threw their pesos in the middle of the ring. Now, it could be them just throwing maybe some coins at me to hit me, but I'll take the pesos.
Yeah.
So which crowd is more raucous, a Mexican crowd or a GCW crowd?
Could you describe ruckus like more dangerous or more loud and energetic?
Well, I think more dangerous goes to the Mexican crowd because
yes, I would say when I was down in Mexico, I was a little more concerned and I had a little more security next to me. With a GCW, it's somewhat energetic and wild, but it's like a smart crowd that you're not gonna see much things. But down in that Mexican crowd, there were some things said, some things thrown. I'm very protected when I go down there. They make sure they have people around because you never know.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I said, depending on the terms of that question.
No,
Very.
I think you nailed it. I think Matt questioned it well, and I think that you nailed it completely because you've heard stories of how seriously they take their wrestling down there, and just not them. Like I mean, if you wanted to go back to like California, like the dark side of there, with XPW, like all that, like they like ECW, and then if you want to go to Puerto Rico, like they take that shit seriously too.
Oh
So
yeah, I've heard stories of Puerto Rico. I'm trying to get everywhere. I got some good friends that wrestle in Puerto Rico, and maybe in the future there'll be a booking for me there. I'm really trying. I like lucha, man. I like wrestling in general. I like all styles. Like I said, I do have intentions to eventually make it out to Japan one day. I said Mexico's a little more freedom for me to get to, so I've done a little more dabbling in Mexico. But Canada reached out. I need to be double vaccinated for Canada, which, like I said, I'm about to finish in 2 weeks. I'll be my second one, which will be good. It'll give me a little more freedom. So I'm willing to work all styles and everywhere.
that's awesome, man.
So you mentioned you wanted to work everywhere, and I don't know if people are aware, but MCW is doing the Shamrock Cup. They announced the field, and it looks like today, a couple minutes ago,
About 20 minutes ago, live drop right on the middle of y'all's podcast.
they announced the final entrance. So Ninja Mack is coming out to the East Coast for MCW's 20th annual Shane Shamrock Cup. You'll join Luke Hawks, Sam Adonis, PJ Hawks, Casey Navarro, Aaron Rourke. It is a stacked field.
Stacked show. I'm so excited and scared.
Why are you scared?
You going into a fight with those kind of people that are that experienced and that good, you should be scared. Everyone's going to be dangerous on that card. Not scared to where you're not going to fight, but like I said, I'm excited because it's going to be a fun challenge. I said I get to wrestle better opponents. I'm trying to grind. I want to wrestle everyone. I want to get better. And like I said, those are big names. Those are some big people.
Yeah.
I said it's gonna be a grind, and it's a tournament. It's not like you're just going in for one match unless you lose your first one. So it's, if you have all intentions, I have intentions of doing good. I don't plan to just show up, but I'm also in the mindset and prepared of it's gonna get wild, it's gonna get crazy. I'm a little scared, a little intimidated, but you step up at those times.
You're Ninja Mack. You'll be just fine.
Oh yes, sir. I know I'm gonna be fine. But like I said, I'm excited. I'm stepping in, no problem. But it's also just to be prepared.
So it's this whirlwind of Ninja Mack. You're doing these amazing things. You finish Saturday night. You're off to Denver. At some point after your match, Brett Lauderdale puts it out there on Twitter that he sees huge things in you as a performer. What does that mean to you? Not even there's praise in public. What does that mean to you? Not only to have the promoter say something after your match, like great job, can't wait to have you back, but then he puts it out into the universe where he is putting Ninja Mack over. Does that just make you feel like you're doing the right thing? You're on your way up?
Yeah, I'm working harder, and I'm trying to show them. I'm trying to show I'm putting the work in. I'm not just showing up to show since I've made it on the show now. I'm trying to move up. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to better myself for maybe future things, or maybe future things when GCW is going to move on. The big thing right now with how hot GCW is, what's GCW going to look like in 2025? That's not too far away when you're thinking about it. We're about to hit 2022. 3 good years of running like that. There's endless potential, and Brett Lauderdale has given me every opportunity for GCW, and I thank him. Like, without GCW running as hot as they are and letting me have the chances to work as much as I am, Ninja Mack would not have this recognition and name. I would not be on this podcast right now. So thank you, Brett. I always tell him thank you. They know that. That they talk to me often, which is good. So I appreciate everything they're doing for me and helping me grind, and they work with my schedule. It's not like they keep me there and just stay there. Hey, let's go. But I've committed to GCW. They are my priority, and I put them first over shows, and I work around that. But they're free to let me work or grind as much as we can.
And it's so nuts. Like, I've known Tony, got the bell ready. I've known Brett Lauderdale since he was Ref Lauderdale.
I've known Brett since I met him in Tampa, which is a whole flat 4 or 5 months, and I'm starting to hear stories about his reffing.
Yeah.
I just learned he was a ref like a month ago, so that's
Yeah.
new to me.
Yeah. So and he was a great ref, and he was I never in his eye, like his creative vision is so like it seems to be impeccable now, taking chances on people that have been there, people that have done that, and also new people that are ready to go. He just has such a I don't want to call him like I guess I will call him a creative genius because he seems to know and what to dial in on and what to either get people really happy or what to get people really pissed off about.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
Without I would say without Brett Lauderdale, GCW is not where it's at. Brett is GCW.
Yeah. And it's just such a vision for him and the way that this company is going. And I'm so happy that you're a part of it now because I've always liked Brett. And I think that it's just a tremendous position for everyone to be in because the more prominent independent companies that we have that are thriving and listen, GCW might not even be considered independent anymore. Like they're just like rocket to the moon right now, right?
Grind it. Why change what's working? If it's working right now, just keep rolling with it, and we'll grow steadily. If you make a big change, you know what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? So we know what's working right now, and we're selling out shows every 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And
Hammerstein.
Oh, Hammerstein! I'm so excited, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll be there.
No, you'll be there. I think. Me.
I
don't want to put I don't want to jinx it, put the mush on it, but I'm just saying in general as a company, you got to be happy for them for that.
Oh, for sure. It's one of the pinnacles of independent wrestling, just to get there and then see what we can do when we get there and what's going to happen when we get there. And I'm very excited for all of them and going to give everyone in that locker room an opportunity to shine. It's going to be a phenomenal show.
So let me ask Ninja Mack, you're the dealer, you're the kamikaze, you want to make a bet. What's your if you hit a casino, what's Ninja Mack's game?
Blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Omaha. I would like to be the first professional wrestler to have a World Series of Poker bracelet. That is one of my goals. I don't know if it's been done yet or not. If it's been done, well, I'll be second or third, and I'll take that place. If it hasn't been done, that is something I would like to achieve too. But I do go sit at the tables because in Texas we got card rooms now, so it's helped out with the casinos. But if I want to do blackjack, I gotta drive over to Louisiana. I'm a little closer to Louisiana than Oklahoma, so blackjack and roulette on the tables.
So you mentioned Omaha. What are you, a high-low guy, pot limit guy, no limit guy? What are you?
Where's the money at? You gotta look at the tables. You gotta read people.
What do you play limit? No, like.
I look at the tables and I see who's sitting at the tables and what kind of money's at the table and see how much I can take from people. God. I don't just go.
Matt asked a poker question and he knows I'm addicted to poker. And he just asked, we got to let you go, but we just asked a poker question. We'll talk in DMs about poker.
Yes, sir, for sure.
So you get to when GCW runs the showboat, you double dip, you wrestle, and then you hit the floor.
Oh, without a doubt, every night. I'll try and hit the floor in the morning because we haven't been to bed or before the show.
Oh, but here's the thing with AC. There's only a few casinos that on the boardwalk that have poker rooms still.
Yes, but the showboat is right between Hard Rock. Hard Rock's the one everyone goes to, and the one right over next to it is Oceana, I believe. I could be saying that wrong.
Is that on the boardwalk?
Yeah, it's left of when you walk out on the boardwalk from Showboat. You walk left, you get to Oceana. You walk right, you go right to Hard Rock, and they're right in between them. So you got two casinos right next to you.
They both have poker rooms?
No, I don't know about poker rooms. I know I just go play blackjack.
Because I was down there not too long ago, and I had to walk all the way to the Trop.
Okay. I was misunderstanding the question. So yeah, for Hold'em in Omaha, you probably have to, but I haven't. I'm normally playing with the group of GCW people, and they only want to play blackjack. They don't want to play Hold'em in Omaha. That's what I do on the side. So I do a pro wrestling now, but my job is probably professional wrestler and professional gambler because that's how I'm paying everything is gambling.
Oh, we're gonna have to have some conversations on the side.
Yes, sir. We can go over some numbers and statistics for sure.
All right, analytics, if you will.
Oh, yes, sir. I got my percentages.
All right. There's formulas. There's calculations.
Always. Hey, not
All right.
just in gambling. There's formulas in wrestling. There's formulas in podcasts.
That's right. And we don't follow them. So Matt, close it out.
Yes, sir.
I think we do a good job. Ninja Mac, it's been an absolute pleasure. We don't want to take up too much more of your time tonight. At Ninja Mac 1 on Twitter, Mac Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook.com/Ninja Mac, Patreon.com/Ninja Mac. It's been scrolling across the bottom of the screen all night. Hopefully we can get you some followers. People can check you out. You're doing some great things out there. GCW, the Shane Shamrock Cup, November 12th.
Yes, sir.
Down there in Maryland, over here on the East Coast with us.
And I'm going to fly right to GCW the next day to Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Double dipping, baby.
Yes,
We
sir.
love it.
Next week in November 20th, Houston for Loco Wrestling. So give Ninja Mac a shout out in Loco Wrestling. Y'all have a wonderful night. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having Ninja Mac.
Ninja Mac, thank you. Much success. We look forward to talking to you again in the near future, my friend.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Mac. The Ninja Mac. Look, if you're not following him on social media at Ninja Mac 1, you got to check him out, man. His highlight reel is off the chains.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, you follow him, but you don't even have to follow him. He's everywhere. Those things are everywhere. Like you can't go on social media and not see a Ninja Mac thing.
Ninja Mac, awesome shit. You guys got to check him out if you haven't been checking him out. Tony, how you holding up over there, big guy?
I'm getting a little tired, to be honest with you.
All right. Let's talk some Bound for Glory.
This guy shows up late, wants to leave early. Look at this guy.
The life I live. It's this beautiful thing of mine. What can I tell you?
Look at this guy over here.
So
I got numbers to run. I'm planning on playing some fucking Omaha and Chicago poker.
I could have done everything. I could have been Omaha. I could have been AC Doocy. I could have been Stud.
Oh, you play AC Doocy too? I play high low. I play spin the wheel, make the deal.
That's tomorrow night on NXT.
I play Pie Gow. I play what else?
You don't play Pie Gow. You can't afford Pie Gow.
I can't understand Pie Gow.
The tile game, if you will.
Oh boy.
All
right. So we were sorry. I'm thanking the guests as we go through.
Well, I thank you for thanking the guests, so I don't have to thank the guests.
Tony, I thank you for thanking Matt for thanking the guests.
Kevin, I thank you for thanking me for being late and leaving early.
That's right. Only way to fly.
Oof. All right. So
Matt, I thank you for continuing to stutter and stammer even when the guests are on the show.
Look, I know my role. I think I play it well. I'm not gonna Barry Horowitz myself, but I Barry Horowitz myself.
Fuck it. Pat yourself on the back. You're good to go. Can you even reach? Holy shit, what was that? Okay, all right, good.
He took the long way. He went to ways. It took
No, you're supposed to do the long way. That's how he does it.
No, I went like across my. No, I didn't.
Yeah. No, you don't. No, you went over the top. You're supposed to go over the top.
Wait, hold on.
No, you're going around, Kev. You got a Kev behind the head.
Wait, you're doing behind. I'm doing behind the head.
No,
behind the head.
This.
Okay,
yeah.
you
got to do like
that
dice
is hard.
That
actually is hard.
Yeah, I can't dice it up.
That's what
he also slouches when he does it. Barry Horowitz. He leans into it.
He also thinks he belongs in the fucking WWE Hall of Fame.
Come on, for real? We're gonna have this conversation.
He's got a figure.
Oh, yeah, does he?
Go figure.
Remember when he broke those? Remember when he broke that story? They was gonna have an action figure, and it was like a custom that some fan made.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a fucking pile of gold in my backyard too. Come fucking get it.
Oh, did you invest in fucking Global Force Wrestling?
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett dropped it off when he was at fucking Pandora's Box a couple weeks ago.
JFF.
I love Jeff Jarrett. I love Barry Horowitz. Let's move.
So we were talking Bound for Glory before we were joined by our wonderful guest tonight. Moose wins the Call Your Shot Battle Royal. Kevin, you're the Rumble guy. Thoughts?
I love the Rumble. I love that Moose won it. But if we're gonna fast forward, the ending deflated the hell out of a great pay-per-view.
We're not there yet, though. Let's...
But it's relevant to the conversation.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Good Brothers successfully retained their tag titles. We didn't pick the Rumble either because they didn't announce all the participants.
Yeah. I mean, if we had to, we probably could have, but we didn't need to.
Yeah, but you didn't know if Braun, with the rumors.
If Braun was going to show up. Exactly.
Yeah, you couldn't, I'm already fucking 1,000 games behind the two of you. I'm not taking one more just because I'm trying to be fucking Maddie Smarty Pants, okay? So a little fucking dignity if I'm gonna go out fucking 20 games behind Tony.
I was tempted. Like if we were gonna pick it, Moose probably would have been my pick. To be honest with you.
See, I would have gone Morrissey because he came in at 20.
Yeah, but you didn't know he was coming in at 20.
No,
we
you
also didn't know
did.
Moose.
It was
Oh, you
announced.
did?
Yeah. It was,
Yeah,
Chris
he beat,
Sabin was announced as number
yeah.
1, and Morrissey was announced as 20.
He beat Saban to get on the last Impact on Thursday. He beat Saban to get the 20 spot, and Saban had to go to 1 because he lost.
Yeah.
The Good Brothers successfully retained. We all picked the Bullet Club.
Yeah, bullshit
win
on the
this.
Good Brothers. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, because I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm done with them.
I'm over the Good Brothers too, which is I never thought I would say that. I just don't.
All right,
I think
here's why you say
I think
that.
if we got the shit with the the shit in AEW and that's the reason I stopped watching the Elite fucking YouTube show. Them with the fucking the relentless dick jokes. I don't know if they went back to Japan, if there wasn't a pandemic, maybe I wouldn't be so. But I'm just like, oh,
That's it. Matt, that's it. You're
like,
you're
this
over
is-
the you're over the Good Brothers, even though you're not a religious Impact Wrestling watcher. You're over them, I think, because they're not where you want them to be.
You know what, Kevin? That's a great point.
And
It's a great point.
And because they're playing second fiddle to the Bucks in AEW, and while they might be top dogs on Impact, if you're not a religious watcher of Impact, you don't appreciate it the way someone who does watch it, and that's no fault of your own. You don't watch it, you don't watch it. I don't watch WWE. You don't. It's just not where you want them to be, and I don't think it's where they want to be either. I think they want to be in Japan. I think they want to be doing all this crazy, awesome stuff that made them who they are. So, and hopefully, maybe they'll get there again. What's the deal with that, Matt? Is there any reason why they're not wrestling in Japan? Not them specifically, but is it the travel stuff still?
Yeah, it's still travel stuff.
Okay.
It's still, they can't. I think they're committed to Impact and AEW where they can't necessarily go over. Like Suzuki's here for 2 months. So like he can come over for 2 months. I don't think any of these guys, because they're kind of all over the place, I don't think they can go, it's not like it used to be where they could fly over and then fly back and this and that and the other thing.
Yeah, it's because they're there with the Bucks in AEW, so they're not. Listen, maybe this leads to them. Maybe this leads to them fighting the Bucks at some point soon. Who knows? I don't know.
I hope so.
If that's the case, then I'm all in for that. But I just think right now it's not exactly where they saw themselves. Listen, they're having fun, and it's not where the fans saw them when they decided to go to Impact after getting let go by WWE.
So they retain. We all lost that. We all lost the next match. Mickie James defeats Deonna Purrazzo to become the new Impact Knockouts champion. Guys, I love Mickie James. I think she is a legend in the world of professional wrestling. I just don't get this.
Same boat, sir. Same boat. The only thing I could think of is maybe it was telegraphed because Deonna got the better of her when she attacked her in the stall, so she had to get a comeuppance. But yeah, man, I don't understand. Mickie James does not need the win here at all. Deonna Purrazzo, this would have been a huge feather in her cap, would have made her even more dominant champion. Then we figure out where we go from there. But I'm just as fucking lost on this one as you, Matt.
I picked Deonna, but I'll disagree with you guys. I think that Deonna's on the same level as Mickie James right now. So it's not a case of Mickie didn't need the win and Deonna did. Deonna doesn't need the win either. Like, this was a really good story that was just really well told and really good. The match proved that. And I think, again, there's a lot of tapings in 2 days, yesterday and today. So I wouldn't be shocked if Deonna gets the belt back from Mickie James. If not in these tapings, I don't know what NWA is doing. I don't know if there's an event where they might fight there. Maybe
we don't know what NWA is doing either, Kev.
Yeah, maybe Mickie James wants to return the favor. Maybe Deonna wins it on an NWA show back. There's no doubt in my mind that Deonna's winning this belt back from Mickie James.
Here's my thing, right? Mickie James has not been an Impact for many years. She comes back. She has one match with Savannah Evans, and then she beats Deonna Purrazzo. And I'm kind of like, But on the flip side, it's, well, if Deonna Purrazzo beats Mickie James, there's literally nobody left for Deonna Purrazzo to beat. Now, I did see what they're setting up with Mickie James, and I'm not opposed to it.
This was the. Oh, remind me, Matt. Remind me.
Well, they said that I don't want to spoil what they.
Oh no, if it's spoilers, then no. Then
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I
see
thought it was
what they're
something
setting
maybe I
up.
forgot.
No, I see what they're setting up, and I'm not against it. But again, it's still, we all picked Deonna. We all lost this match. I guess it's like a catch-22. You know, Deonna beats her, then who's left? If Mickie James wins, she's the champion. We didn't see it coming, but now she is in a position where she can make another woman. You know, if it's not Deonna, is it a Tasha Steelz? Is it a Mercedes Martinez? Is it a Chelsea Green?
I want Deonna to have the belt back as soon as possible. But that's just me. I think Deonna has done such a great. Listen, what was her rank in the PWI 500? Like 3?
Oh,
5?
you want to talk about PWI?
No, we don't have to go there. But I'm just saying that.
Oh,
That's
the
why
women's list.
Exactly. Or did they do Do they combine them now?
They did. I don't know where she was in the 500, but I think she was top 5 in the women's.
So with that being said, like that's why I feel like
why
Deonna's not like some like newcomer that needs to win over somebody that that it would benefit her. I'd love to have seen Deonna win, but Deonna's got to win the belt back, and Deonna's got to be the person that makes the next babyface women's wrestler. To me,
why the thumbs down, Tony?
Why are there like 15 women in the top 500 and then there's a separate 150 for women? Why? Who was number 1 on the men's side? Kenny Omega? Why can't Kenny Omega be number 1 on the women's list too? Why?
I don't know, Tony.
Why? That's my problem. If you're gonna have a women's top whatever, then keep it completely separate. There's no reason to have women cross over into the men's side. If you're going to do that, don't have a women's chart and just rank everybody against each other and do it that way. I'd rather have them do that and not call bullshit on that, because then, all right, fine. You got a fair method to do it, but don't separate them and then put women in the men's 500.
I feel like that might be more to benefit the independent talent to have the full list for themselves.
Then let them stay on that list. I got no problem with 2 separate lists. Just don't do the crossover shit. It just doesn't make sense. Were the women that were ranked in the men's ranked in the same order on the women's list?
I don't know, Tony.
That's the thing. Like it just makes no sense to me. Keep it separate or combine them and fucking just be done with it one way or the other. That's my problem with it.
That's fair.
I mean, it's an argument for sure.
I don't want to get up and get my PWI 500. So
no, I wasn't asking you to. Besides, we got the rest of Impact to cover.
Right.
Bound for Glory.
Kate's got a point. Kate Hensler. It's a money grab, and that's all it is. People go out, buy the magazines. I like the lists. I don't really invest too much.
All right, it's what's a money grab? The fact that they have
PWI.
2 separate lists?
No. Yes, that
exactly.
sells magazines.
Now you got 2 issues of the magazine you can sell.
Oh, it's a separate magazine?
Yes.
The 150 is a separate magazine than the 500?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Money.
Did not know that. I just thought, I was like, what does a money grab have to do with anything if it's in the same book?
No, it says 2 separate magazines. And just to put a bow on the Deonna Purrazzo thing, I think in a perfect world, I think if Deonna Purrazzo beat Mickie James, there's one person that never got their right due against her, and that was Kylie Ray, because she left. And if she didn't leave again because of her mental issues, to have it come full circle and have her come back and beat Deonna, I think that would have been a fucking great story. But we know, unfortunately, Kylie Ray is not in the right headspace. And to her credit, she's decided to take a break again. And it's nice to see in this day and age that people are self-aware, where they know like this, I'm on a destructive path, and I'm not in my right headspace, so I need to step away.
Well, here's the thing. This is why that a lot of people have preached for off seasons in wrestling for a long time, where you cycle rosters so people can take care of themselves and heal themselves, whether it be physically or mentally. I feel like now more than ever, and Kylie Ray is basically doing that on her own, saying like, listen, I'm going to wrestle. I have no problem wrestling. I'll be here. But every so often, I'm going to need to go and take care of me. And whether that's physically, whether that's mentally, that's something that I've always thought should be considered. And there's enough wrestlers in the world. WWE has enough wrestlers in the world. AEW has enough wrestlers. And I'm not putting, this is just different. I'm just saying stuff. I'm not blaming anybody for this. There's no reason why you can't have an off season for some people and cycle talent in and out. I've said it forever. Like, just do it. It'll help them heal. It'll help them repair their mental state. Just fucking go with it, bro. Like, who are you really killing other than all right, the gate, the pay-per-view buys, this and that. But is everything really that great anyway right now?
The only thing that kills me about the Kylie Ray situation is that this always seems to affect her when she's got something more than just working on the line. Like it seems to be like every time where they're actually building her up to something is this time that she gets in her own head and then
Well,
she
Tony,
needs to
doesn't
walk away.
that say something? Doesn't that say something to you?
Yeah, it
Doesn't
does. Look, it's great that she wants to walk away. However, if I'm a promoter, I don't know if I could ever trust to book Kylie in a situation
That's fine.
where I'm gonna like give her the ball and run with it. And that's fine. If that's her position as a Kylie Ray fan, I'm heartbroken by that. But I also know the fact that like she'll still be able to go out there and ply her trade. It just breaks my heart that she may never be
Yeah.
able to get to that next level.
All right,
That's
so
kind of where I'm at. with it.
here's where you have to find the happy medium. Any promoter, NWA, Billy, whoever it is, has to go to
Billy.
Kylie Ray
Hey,
and say,
wait,
"Hey,
Billy. I call him Billy. You call him William Patrick.
oh,
Billy.
no, I'm sorry, Mr. William Corrigan, if you
Thank
will."
you.
So that's where you have to go to her and say, "Listen, I respect everything that you do. I trust that you were taking care of yourself. But here's the thing: you are more than welcome to work here anytime you want.
Mhm.
But this is your role. This is where you're going to be because we can't do, A with you. Here's B, and B might not be worse. B could be worse. It could be different. Maybe it's to help put new women over. Maybe it's like a Masha or
Yeah.
Layla Hirsch or someone like that. This is what you're going to do here. And it's not an ultimatum. It's not like you do it or you're gone. We'll figure something out. But it's just not going to be in this super top role right now unless you think that you are ready for it. And we'll wait here until you are, because Kylie Ray is that kind of talent. Kylie Ray is that good where she can easily slide into any top role that she wants if she feels like she can handle it. If she can't, no harm, no foul. Here's what we got for you. Let's do it. Right?
Agree. Let's move on to the main event. Josh Alexander challenged Christian Cage to become for the Impact World Championship, and as we all predicted, he was successful. I thought the match was fantastic. He has a beautiful moment in the ring with his wife and his child. D'Lo Brown is emotional. Matt Striker is emotional.
Oh, fuck Matt Striker.
Kevin's favorite color commentator in the
Was
wrestling
D'Lo
business.
bobbing his head when he was celebrating?
Matt, he's the favorite commentator in our sport. Our sport, guys. Our sport.
And
I don't mean fuck Matt Striker. I just hate when he says our sport.
No, you said it, so you mean
said fuck.
No, I'm not gonna. I take it back.
He takes it back.
I take back fuck Matt Striker. I don't take back my hatred of our sport.
Josh Alexander has his moment. It's a beautiful moment.
Oh, it's fucking fantastic.
Oh,
It's fantastic.
Oh,
And
it's so great. His wife and his kid.
yeah.
here comes Moose with his bowling trophy. And he fucking cashes it in. Moose. Fucking Alexander pushes his wife and his child to the corner. Spear. We got ourselves a new Impact World Champion, Moose. Kevin, I know Kevin was not a big fan of this.
And it's not because I don't even like Moose. I love Moose, and I wanted this for him, but just completely took the air out of the show. And it was, I guess this is a criticism. I guess it was so WWE-esque. I win this, and I'll cash it in that night. And it's a heel doing it to end your biggest show of the year. Like, WrestleMania has been built on letting the top babyface go home happy and making moments, other than a select few. if that. And now you're gonna have your guy that you've been building and building and building to this and win it, and then have Moose, who I love, come in and completely deflate everything that has been done, that everything that you've worked for Josh Alexander. Going over Christian, Christian Cage. Josh Alexander beats Christian Cage clean in the ring, and then Moose takes it away from him, and just everyone's just like, all right, now what? Now what are we gonna do?
I mean, that's the bummer of it all, because we could tell even when they were the North, like, Josh Alexander had something special about him, and he had a chance to go out on his own. X Division champion, cashes in option C, all the good stuff. You get all the feels with him, and you feel like they're building a big star, and they are. And he'll get his moment again.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
you know what,
this-
Matt? Tony. You know what it is? Because the money is in the chase. The
Yeah,
money is in the chase, Tony.
Well,
And I
look,
agree with that concept to an extent, but not here, not now.
well, to be fair, he just cashed in option C. He just said, well, I'm just going to trade in this title and get this title match. So now
You
can
gave up
watch him-
something to do it.
Sure, but now you can watch him chase down Moose.
here's Moose.
Nah, it was all right. So for the standalone optic of the pay-per-view in a vacuum, it was terrible.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was terrible for you.
It was terrible for everyone.
Well, I don't think that's a fair
Wasn't
statement.
terrible for Moose.
I didn't have a problem with it.
A lot of people on social media, because I was live tweeting the show.
Oh, fuck
lot of
social media.
A lot of people hated it. A lot of people. I wasn't the only one.
Hey, this is Moose.
Oh, listen, I love play that again, Tony. I want to talk to Moose.
Hey, this is Moose.
All right, Moose.
Fuck.
Here's what we have to say right now about you.
What do we have to say?
And you're listening to the Shining the Wizards podcast.
Listen, I appreciate that more than you could ever know. But what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Hey, this is Moose.
Yeah, I got that. I understand that I'm speaking with Moose.
Hey, this is Moose.
All right. Hey, Moose, this is Kevin.
Hey, this is.
Oh,
Hey,
Moose, are you there? Moose.
hey,
Moose.
hey,
Moose, please.
hey, this is Moose.
Okay, there. We got you back. All right. All right, so Moose,
I forget it. I'm done.
do you have anything? No, we need you, Tony. Do you have anything? Do you have
There's
anything
nothing
else?
left. He says fucking 6 words.
No, wait.
Hey,
Do
this
it.
is Moose.
All right, Moose. Here we go. Let me ask you this, Moose. Tony, maybe you could chime in as Moose if you want to.
God.
All right.
Shining the Wizards.
Oh yeah, great.
Shining the Wizards.
Shining the Wizards, baby.
Shining the Wizards.
Greatest podcast.
Shining
of
the
all time.
Wizards.
Is it not? Hold on, though. Is it not a fucking cheap, dare I say, cocksucker move for him to cash in and ruin this moment? There's no heels in Impact,
Hey,
right? Sammy Callahan's hurt. You got a built-in feud.
Sammy Callahan was a babyface when he got there.
hey,
You got a well. I mean, I always think he's a heel. You got a built-in feud now with William Morrissey because Moose eliminated him in the Battle Royal. Muse.
No.
And they're still doing big things with Josh Alexander. At the tapings, he's wrestling Minoru Suzuki. They put it all over fucking social media today.
They did do that.
We got an exclusive with Moose after the match.
I won.
hey,
Moose, we'd love to have you back on anytime.
hey.
I'm with Kate. Kate says let it play out though. What if it's a really good story? What if they tell a fantastic story?
Listen, and that's usually my mantra. That's usually what I say. Let's wait and see what happens. But in that optic, in that moment where it's your show, it's their biggest show of the year.
Is Bound for Glory
Whoa.
the biggest show though? I thought it was Slammiversary.
No, Bound for Glory is. Well, Bound for Glory was their first pay-per-view. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is Slammiversary for all I know. I thought Bound for Glory was it. What was
I
the
thought it was
first show?
Slammiversary.
Oh,
Happy
you definitely could be right. I
Slammiversary.
could be
Happy
completely farting in church right
Slammiversary.
now.
Hey.
But they were in Vegas. They were out of the.
Hey,
That's right, Moose. And it was an environment that was a big time feel, and it was to me, it felt like their biggest show of the year. No, it is their biggest show.
Yeah, damn it.
Bound for Glory is their WrestleMania.
No, I
Hey,
thought it was Slammiversary.
No, you're wrong.
who cares?
All right, so what do you? It was just a terrible way to. It left it. All right, here we go. How about this? Fair to say, left a bad taste in the mouth.
In your
I
mouth.
I went 4-3, so I was happy I came away with a winning percentage. I don't give a shit. Matt, could you give us the tallies up to today's date?
Tony, I know you're tired. Me and Kevin are having a nice conversation here.
Yeah, have a
Gives
little
a
back and
shit.
forth.
Fucking Moose won. Get over it.
Oh my God, Tony, we're a wrestling podcast. People want to hear us talk about wrestling. Now listen to you play the fucking Moose Drop for 15 minutes.
I love the Moose Drop.
I love Moose droppings.
Who's
Tony,
better, Moose Drop or Dewdrop?
Well,
oh,
Dewdrop fucking lost. Moose is the big winner. Fucking won 2 matches in one night. Holy shit.
That's a great point.
Moose won 2 matches in one night, and he wasn't even in a tournament. How do you like them apples?
Hey Matt, do you know who he beat in that match to win?
Who do you
yeah,
have
he
to beat?
beat, he beat fucking woo woo woo.
That's
I
it.
watched it. I told you I watched it.
I know. I was just checking.
I don't know why I watched it, but I watched it.
Oh, it was great.
So both Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green lost?
Yeah, and Brian
Nope.
Myers.
You know what? Oh shit. You know what that makes all 3 of them, Matt?
What's that?
Fucking losers! Wah wah!
You couldn't even say major losers. You couldn't even like jazz it up.
Well, whatever.
We all went 13-4 over the weekend, so there's very little change. There's actually 0 change.
That's
Tony's 161, 59-1. Kevin still sits 7 games back at 154, 66-1. I am, let's see, math, 24 games back at 137, 83-1.
Wait, what were my numbers again? 161 and what? 59?
Yes. With
First
one,
man, 100 wins over 500. Boosh.
boosh.
I'm only 77.
No, you're 154 and 66. You're 7 games back.
Oh, 7 games back. Yeah, because it's that whole pay-per-view that I missed.
Yes, that's your own fault.
Oh, I got it. I guess I own it. I would have catch up.
No. See, Kevin, this is where Kevin makes the mistake. Kevin went 0-6. I only went 3-3, so I only gained 3 games on Kevin because of that snafu. I think Matt even went 2-4. I think I don't even
I
know.
probably shit the bed.
Have you
Did that
shit your
work?
pants? Have you shit your pants lately?
No, we're good. No shit in the pants.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, very good to hear. So I want to talk about this because I did order the show and I did watch GCW War Ready last night. All the wrestling that was this weekend. I texted you guys. I told you I ordered Bound for Glory and I was going to watch it today. But when I got home last night, I decided I wanted to watch this GCW show. I've never watched a full GCW show in its entirety. And I wanted to. I ordered the combo because I saved like $8 if you get the combo. So I have to watch Bloodsport. I'm just like, I don't know, the idea, the whole concept, the no ropes, weird worked shoot fighting thing. I'm gonna check it out. It's just not high on my list of things I want to watch right now.
Yeah.
But War Ready, I watched in its entirety last night. It took place Saturday night out in Los Angeles. Main event was Minoru Suzuki and Nick Gage. We talked to Ninja Mack. I don't know why I don't have Ninja Mack on the rundown here. But he beat Arez. It was a fucking fantastic. The whole show was awesome. Such an ECW vibe to it. From the way that the show is shot to the guys coming out and there's no fucking guardrails and they're in there with the crowd and you know there was so much talent. Alley Catch won an 8-man scramble with JTG was involved, Gringo Loco, Matt Vandergrift, Gaston, a bunch of fucking super talented people that I've never really heard of before.
Wait. Gaston? You mean like from fucking Beauty and the Beast?
It was not from Beauty and the Beast, but
Knew
I
that
don't
was coming.
Fuck! Missed opportunity in my book.
past guest Alex Zane beat Jonathan Gresham in a fantastic match. AJ Gray beat Dark Sheik. Chris Dickinson and Starboy Charlie, who's like this 18-year-old kid who's phenomenal, beat Jacob Fatu and Juicy Fatu. Jacob Fatu and Juicy Fatu.
Juicy Fatu?
I think it's Jacob Juicy Fanu. I don't know why. I just copy pasted. Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne went to a no contest when Atticus Cougar came out and beat up everybody. Effie beat Psycho Clown in a really fun, weird match. But I ordered it to see the Briscoe brothers wrestle fucking Mance Warner and Matthew Justice, and it was everything I thought it would be. A fucking madness. It was an insane match. They fucking killed each other. Everyone was bleeding. It was fantastic. The Briscoe brothers walk out there as the GCW tag team champion, so that's huge for them.
Yeah, what's your take on that, by the way?
I fucking love it. I love it.
Something that I never saw really coming, where like the Briscoes win a tag team championship of this caliber outside of Ring of Honor.
They put it over. Kevin Gill and Lenny Leonard were your commentators last night. They did a great job. They continuously point out very rarely in their career do the Briscoe brothers stray outside of Ring of Honor. I know they did some New Japan stuff, but that was like working with Ring of Honor. It's just huge. It's huge that these promotions are willing to work with each other and let this stuff happen. And who knows? Who knows what's next? Is it Chris Dickinson and Starboy Charlie now against the Briscoe brothers? Is it Jacob Fatu and Juicy Fanu? I don't know.
Juicy Fanu.
God damn it, Tony.
All right. So I watched the main event was Minoru Suzuki and Nick Gage.
Murder, death, kill all day, every day.
Now this is only the second time I've seen a Nick Gage match. I saw him on Dynamite Wrestle Jericho, and I saw this.
Wow, you didn't watch Cardona? You didn't watch Moxley?
How dare you?
No, I
dare
haven't
you,
seen
man.
those. I've seen
Wow.
clips, but I haven't
I've seen
the whole
more.
match.
I've seen more Nick Gage matches than you have. How does that
Listen,
happen?
I've seen fire and I've seen rain. All right.
I've seen fire and ice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's right. Ice Train and Scott Norton.
That's right.
That's right. Love to have Scott Norton on the show, by the way. Be great.
I would love to have Scott Norton on the show too. I don't know how to say this without upsetting people.
All right.
Just fucking say it.
I want to choose my words fucking carefully, Tony.
Wait. Now you're gonna think about your words.
All right. So no, Tony, that's not fair, because normally when Matt's like, when he stumbles, he's just talking. This is like a legit thought that he has in his head that he wants to make sure not only does he not make a mumble mouth, he wants to actually say it right. So Matt, take your time.
The ship has not sailed on Nick Gage. He's over as fuck. The crowd is fucking into him. When he comes out of the locker room for his entrance, the camera cannot find him because people are just fucking swarming. It is like I had anxiety watching it. Because dude, it's a sea of people. Just they went like they just swarm him and you can't see him. You don't know where he is.
Are we talking Sandman, a Jace, or more than Sandman?
More than Sandman. Dude is over as fuck. The entrance is great. The ring introduction is great. And then as Bruce Pritchard says, the bell rings.
Yeah.
And look, maybe I'm fucking worn out from Minoru Suzuki too, because he's done Dynamite. I saw him at New Japan Sunday. I wasn't expecting a fucking 5-star match. I thought this was shit. I'm sorry. It was a brawl. It was very ECW like. I didn't like it.
Correct. Ding.
I mean,
Now,
I
again,
can't comment because I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But I mean, you've watched a whole lot of wrestling in your life, Matt. So, and you've watched lots of different types of wrestling in your life.
Again, I didn't like this. It was if you've ever watched ECW, it was like every Raven Tommy Dreamer match where they just were out in the crowd and they were like throwing shit at each other. It was just, I don't know. And the ending wasn't bad. He hit the Gosh style power driver through the fucking table. But like, I don't know.
How would this compare, other than maybe like the Daniel Bryan Minoru Suzuki match? How would this compare to other matches that he's had since he's been in the States lately?
Minoru Suzuki?
Yeah.
I mean, the street fights he's done on Dynamite and New Japan have been much better. I don't know.
What were your expectations going into it with him versus Nick Gage, knowing what we know about Nick Gage and knowing what we know about Minoru Suzuki at this stage in his career?
My expectations were a little better than this.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed were you with it?
Like a 5.
All right, so that's not. You don't hate it then.
No, I don't hate it. Hold on, my wife is calling me.
All right, Rhiannon, what's
Is
up?
she calling you late for dinner?
Yes, wife.
Oh boy.
I can leave work yet.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So Tony, what did you think about GCW, a show that neither one of us watched?
It was fucking fantastic, Kev. 7 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Hey Tony, let me ask you this: what did Moose think about game changer
you want to do
wrestling?
this? Oh, fuck.
We have to. It's the only thing we can do.
Hey, Moose.
Hey,
Hey.
What? How'd you like GCW, Moose?
Wait, who am I speaking
this
to?
is Moose.
All right, so it's Moose. Moose, what did you think of the GCW show?
To the Shining the Wizards.
Oh, they were throwing Shining Wizards, huh? That must have been pretty awesome.
Hey,
Hey, all right, Moose. Good talking to you. See you later.
Wow. Tony,
Yeah, we know you won, Moose. It's all
Tony,
right.
that sounded like a real kickpad fest over there.
Holy
The
shit,
shining,
dude,
a lot
I
of
have to-
shining wizards thrown.
Dude, it's not easy to fucking do what I just did.
I appreciate that more than you will ever know.
Holy shit.
Tony. No, we're good. We're good, baby.
I don't know. I'm fucking so tired.
Tony, you can't be tired when you show up a half hour late to the podcast.
Dude, you don't understand, man. Like, my schedule has been fucking wacky.
No, listen, I ain't mad at you, kid.
Wacky.
So
Look, you see, but that's the thing. Like, there were other people who would have just fucking blew the show off without telling anybody anything. But me, I'm still trying to make the effort to be here. I'm just saying.
Matt
You know.
can probably still hear this, by the way.
No, he's off. He'll listen to the replay.
Well, I hope everything was all good with Matt. We are the Shining Wizards. Follow us on Twitter at Wizards Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Wizards Podcast. Pro Wrestling Tees.
He didn't do the Patreon producers yet either, did he?
Oh no, rock and roll.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna fly through them real quick. Don't forget patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. We got bonus shows, we got boxes of wizardry, we got all kinds of shit. Go over there and sign up for the level that you can afford if you like to fucking all the extra goodies and whatnot. Check it all out. Like I said, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast. Kevin, it's time to thank those that support us, the Shining Wizards. These are our Patreon producers. We want to thank Kathy Hummer, the Queen of the Wizards. Manny Crazzo, our man from across the way, the King of the Shining Wizards. Anthony and Danny Rusinello, the AOP of the SWP. The Shawns, Sean Toe and Sean Calejo. Brett Simonello.
What do you hear? What do you say?
Kate Hensler, who annoys the fuck out of us, but we love her every fucking minute of it. Go on and get her thirst trap picks over on the fucking Twitter machine. She's at ondeckic.com. She's in Fight Club. I don't know. She's on every fucking show. I think she's still doing shit with Mike Freeland. I have no fucking idea. But Kate's awesome. Check her out. Mac Arifo, no relation to the KJG. Maddie Mellinger, Christine Friesendorf, Mark Parloni.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Kenny Hossey, Mr. Scotch Drinks More, Jay Kopp, the Big Cop of Pump from the Turnbuckle Throwbacks, the fucking greatest thing ever on the Shining Wizards Network, Thomas Copps, the Mott Spock, Mr. Michael Hammond, let me see who else is on here, Mr. Matthew Birch, the True Prince of Pro, Braden Bergen, is he the fucking guy that does the fucking LeBron James collecting shit? I don't even know. Brendan Haney, Carrie Cowling, fucking Mr. Ryan Schlong, and Kev. His pal Antonio Hosserman makes experimental music at harvestmanrecords.bandcamp.com. He is the one, the only, the incomparable, the unattainable, and the untouchable, Mr. William Mercier Jr.
Lives are gonna be in William Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Kevin. Sorry, I had to take a phone call there. The weather has turned outside, my friends. So.
Oh yeah, it's really bad. My wife told me it's gross. I have to go check to see if I'm getting fucking water in the cold room too.
Yeah,
it's getting fucking terrible. It might be a day home, a work from home day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
State of emergency.
Supposed to have a truck event tomorrow in the afternoon, and I don't think that's happening. But my wife was going to leave work, but she can't even get to her car because there's so much rain. So
it's that bad already?
It's pouring outside right now. So she does not like driving in the rain. So I will call her as soon as I'm done and be on the phone with her until she gets home. So sorry for punching out of that conversation.
No, that's fine. That's fine. As a matter of fact, I told Kevin I'm a little sleepy ski. So the sooner you want to wrap it up, the better for me, honestly. So
just a couple more things I want to hit on.
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
if Matt, if you're gonna stick around, if T Donk wants to bow out, I got
If we got a few more things, a few minutes, we can roll.
You know, I don't. There's nothing like too deep I want to go into. Tony loves the tournament, of course. So the AEW tournament kicked off with Orange Cassidy beating Will Hobbs and Rampage, and Eddie Kingston beating Lance Archer. But there was a scary spot there with Lance, so they kind of went home early.
He's okay.
He's okay. He was a
Lance,
little annoyed.
Why is he doing fucking moonsaults? He's a big dude. He doesn't need to do that shit.
But he does. That's part of his repertoire.
I get it. Everybody dies. I know the whole thing. I get it. But
yeah, but I'm kind of with Tony now after this. Like Jim Ross says it too a lot. Like wrestle like the size that you are. Like,
well, you know what? I tell Jim Ross, put on fucking suntan lotion, dipshit.
Oh, wow. It was on his ankle.
Holy
go
shit.
Go to the doctor. He's like, I've been waiting a year to get this checked out.
Holy shit.
No,
Maybe he was waiting for
no, he wasn't waiting for a year to get it checked out. It's something that he's been dealing with for a year. So who knows if he went to doctors before?
Probably not. If he just found out he's got skin cancer, he probably
Apparently
hasn't been going to
he's
doctor.
had it back in 2016.
Sassafras.
Jim Ross. Goddamn. Putting my name.
Yeah, but
Goddamn.
I'm with
Double
Tony. There's no
tumors,
reason for
double
Lance Archer to do
cancer.
moonsaults. Oh God, you. Oh my God.
Sorry. Goddamn motherfucker.
So Eddie Kingston, Daniel Bryan beat Dustin Rhodes in a phenomenal match. If you guys
I heard good things. I'm gonna have to check that out on the DVR.
And it looks like we're gonna get Kingston and Bryan Danielson in the second round, and Moxley and Vance, Preston Vance, number 10 is Wednesday night on Dynamite.
Oh, gross.
What?
Preston Vance
They
and
set up Moxley and Orange Cassidy a couple weeks ago.
I know. That's gross too.
This is a weird tournament because like it makes sense if you're like a really like a sports person. Like everyone that's not supposed to win probably won't win. Like they're literally like Daniel Bryan, Dustin Rhodes. All right, that's obvious. Like Eddie Kingston, Lance Archer was probably the only one that you really didn't necessarily know who was going to win, even though you thought Lance Archer was. But
you know what kills me though too? They got the TBS tournament. How do you have 12 women in a tournament and 4 of them get buys? Like what the fuck are we doing?
Because they got to make it last till January 5th.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt.
But you don't think they could have pulled in 4 more women to make it a full 16?
Why?
Why not? If you got to go till January 6th, why not?
If you can make it work with what you have. Here's the thing that I'll never understand. And maybe I will understand it, and maybe I'm just probably a couple White Claws in. It's fine. But everyone complains about, and I'm not, again, Kate might as well be on the show tonight because we keep referencing her. But she was like, they could have done so much more. Everyone can complain about what isn't, and if people could stop complaining about what isn't and what is, these are the top women in your company fighting for a belt. That's what it's about. It's like when you watch Chopped and you're like, and they present the entree to like the judges and be like, well, this could have really used some, extra cheese and, another piece of meat and all this stuff. And you're like, well, that's not what we have. Like, it's not comment on what it is and not what could have been. Yeah. It's one thing to say it could have used salt. That's one thing. Yeah. I could have put salt on this, but to say that I could have added all these other ingredients when I don't have that option, or maybe it's not part of the game, it's different. I love this tournament. I think it's great. I think it's different than the Eliminator tournament, which makes sense because there are playing rounds, which is the first round, to get to these top stars. And now, Matt, if you can pull it up, you probably already have it. We're going to get a match where I honestly don't know who's going to win. It's Chris Statlander against whoever beat
Ruby Soho.
Like, can you call that one? I can't.
But why 12? Why not 8 or 16? Like having 4 buys just makes no sense.
Because
no
I
sense
think
whatsoever.
I think that's where they bring the rankings in.
Oh, they still fucking do the rankings? Well, fuck me hard.
All right.
And Tay Conte is getting her shot at Britt at full gear. So you take Nyla, you take Statlander, you take Jade Cargill and Thunder Rosa, and they all get buys.
Nyla Rose is ranked? Who the fuck did she ever beat?
Now, look, I don't know if this is based off the rankings because
Yeah.
I don't have the rankings pulled up, but I'm going to pull them up right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily based on ranked. on rankings, but I think it's just like, I mean, can you really complain about anyone that's in it?
No, but you could have added 4 more bodies. I mean, if fucking Forbidden Doors open, you could have brought in.
That's
You
your
could
top 5 right there. Tay Conte is getting her shot at Britt. Jade Cargill's number 2. Statlander's 3. Thunder Rosa's 4. Nyla Rosa's 5.
Yeah. So just because you can doesn't mean you need to.
12 is just a stupid fucking arbitrary number.
It's different.
It's dumb. It's mad dumb. It's hella dumb.
Well, Tony, Serena Deeb is going to wrestle Hikaru Rashida.
Oh, there you go. There you go. A former NWA champion taking on a former fucking AEW champion in the first round.
I want to comment on this Kiera Hogan thing by Kate. I'm a huge Kiera Hogan fan. Love Kiera Hogan, but what has she honestly done in AEW that puts her in this tournament? Nothing.
And who would you take?
Absolutely nothing. Exactly. Who, as my dear good personal friend Tony Don LaGreca would say, who are you taking out?
So the rest of the field: Sheeta, Serena Deeb, Ruby Soho, Penelope Ford, which we know the winner went on to face Statlander. The Bunny will face Red Velvet with the winner taking on Jade Cargill, while Anna Jay will take on Jamie Hayter with the winner moving on to face Thunder Rosa.
Repeat that. I'm sorry. I was trying to see if Kate yelled at me.
Ruby Soho takes on Penelope Ford with the winner facing Statlander. Sheeta takes on Serena Deeb with the winner moving on to face Nyla Rose. The Bunny takes on Red Velvet with the winner taking on Jade Cargill. And Anna Jay takes on Jamie Hayter with the winner facing Thunder Rosa. And we already know that Ruby Soho has advanced.
Yeah. I got no problem with this tournament at all. And it's and as much as Tony loves tournaments, it's a different style than the men's one. So I feel like it's cool.
AEW is back Wednesday night with Dynamite. CM Punk takes on Bobby Fish. Plus, Sammy Guevara defends his TNT championship against Ethan Page. We'll get the John Moxley Preston Vance match. Hikaru Yoshida against Serena Deeb. And the Elite, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, and Adam Cole take on the Dark Order, comprised of John Silver, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson.
Holy fuck, Colt Cabana's wrestling? Somebody fucking alert the Pope.
During Dynamite Saturday night, we also saw Tony Nese in the crowd.
Yay.
Love Tony Nese.
So hopefully he ends up there. They also
announced...
announced...
I guess spoiler, but I won't give results. He wrestled on one of the tapings.
Yes, a bunch of people did.
That's right.
2 matches announced for Rampage. Leo Rush and Dante Martin will take on Matt and Mike Seidel. We will also get Bryan Danielson taking on Eddie Kingston. And that's what I have for AEW. What do we got? Gone, done. Tony, you watch MLW?
No.
Nicole Savoy beat Holodead, and then Holodead attacked Willow Nightingale after the match. Willow was on commentary. Calvin Tankman wrestled Matt Cross in the Opera Cup. King Mo was on commentary, so I took a shower and missed the whole match.
That's right.
Who won?
Calvin Tankman won. King Mo is looking to recruit Calvin Tankman because apparently King Mo has accomplished something in the world of professional wrestling. So he thinks he can go out and start a stable now. He can go fuck himself, King Mo.
Thank you.
And then King Muertes beat Richard Holiday.
I did watch that match. Yes. It was kind of weird that Cuerto had fucking Toot next to him at ringside too, right? It was kind of weird.
Well, they have,
he thinks like they're involved or something and whatnot.
Look, I mean, there's chemistry there.
Of course there is.
There's chemistry. Kate, you watch your fucking mouth. I don't give a shit if he's King.
All right, enough about Kate. Come on.
Enough about King Mo. Ring of Honor TV this week. Tony Deppen defeated Rhett Titus. Homicide came down to ringside to support Tony Deppen. No sign of anyone from the foundation, so there are cracks in the foundation.
You fuck you and your
look at this guy. Look at this guy go.
Well, it's weird because the next match was a Violence Unlimited against the Foundation, Brody King and Chris Dickinson against Gresham and Tracy Williams. And there was Jay Lethal right behind Gresham and Tracy Williams, but none of these guys could be found during the Rhett Titus Tony Deppen match. So we have problems here in the Foundation. Brody King and Chris Dickinson beat the Foundation. Your main event, Jay Lethal beat Homicide with the help of the Righteous.
Ooh.
So a lot of weird stuff going on there. Dutch came down. He beat up on Homicide, and that allowed Jay Lethal to hit Lethal Injection for the win. And as the show went off the air, the Righteous stood on the stage and applauded Lethal to much confusion.
Ooh, I'm confused too.
So
I
next
like
week is
this.
a trick or treat match.
Ooh.
Trick or treat 4-corner survival match. All of the teams will be drawn at random out of a jack-o'-lantern. Quinn McKay and Roxy will take on Miranda Alizé and Max the Impaler. And Shane Taylor's promotion will defend their 6-man titles against Danhausen, PCO, and Sledge. Also, on Week by Week this week, the NWA Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Hex, will defend their titles against Miranda Alizé. And it's in my notes. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Max the Impaler. Oh,
I don't think it's Max.
Danhausen?
God damn it. I
God
should have
damn
had this ready. I'm sorry. I'm a failure.
It's okay.
Goddamn
Don't,
Hausen.
man, it's okay.
Oh, where is it? You son of a bitch. So many notes. Sorry. I'm finding it.
Well, let's talk to Danhausen. Danhausen, very nice, very easy.
Oh, they're against the Allure. I'm sorry. Angelina Love and Mandy Leone.
Ooh.
And this is NWA?
This is the Ring of Honor.
Oh, Ring of Honor. God, wow. My head escaped me. Sorry about that.
Last but certainly not least, NXT is doing Halloween Havoc this week, so I'm a little behind on NXT. So I have a lot to talk about there, but I'm going to watch Halloween Havoc Wednesday morning, so I'm excited about that. Tony's fuckboy made it to the goddamn finals of the goddamn G1 Climax again. I don't understand what the fuck they're doing in New Japan. He made it to the finals against goddamn Okada. So Okada beat Jeff Cobb, and that got him to the finals. And then he was trying to do fucking Phoenix fucking star presses or some weird shit, and he dislocated his shoulder. So to throw up the X and get him out of there. So Okada won the G1 Climax by forfeit.
It's unfortunate. It really is. Although Okada is not carrying around a briefcase, he's not carrying around a trophy. He is carrying, Kevin, the IWGP Championship, and he's going to use that to honor Kota Ibushi, who was fallen in the tournament, and he's going to use that as the cash-in device for Wrestle Kingdom.
I think they're splitting them up again. They got to.
I get a feeling that's the way it's going to be.
This heavyweight championship thing, I don't think it's working out.
You mean the world championship thing?
Yes. I don't know, man. It just doesn't have the
cachet.
It doesn't have the balls to it.
Marble.
The balls.
So they have announced the lineup for Power Struggle November 6th. Shingo Takagi. Oh my God. How did I forget to talk about this too? Shingo Takagi takes on Zack Sabre Jr. Okada defends his briefcase against Tama Tonga because Tama Tonga is the only person to beat Okada at the G1. Tanahashi defends the U.S. title against Kenta. Robbie Eagles defends the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against El Desperado. And the King of Pro Wrestling titles on the line as Toru Yano takes on the Great Okan. Goto, Ishii, and Yoshihashi defend against Evil, Takahashi, and Sho.
Matt, what was that weird little match that I saw with like Zack Sabre Jr. and
that's what I wanted to bring up, Kevin. Outside of Ibushi getting hurt, it was a special surprise for the final night of the G1. Shibata did an exhibition match against Zack Sabre Jr. If you're not familiar with Shibata, he suffered a brain hematoma in a match against Okada, which is bleeding on the brain. 2017, he essentially had to retire from professional wrestling. And he runs the LA Dojo out there for New Japan Pro Wrestling. He had this exhibition against Zack Sabre Jr. It was a 5-minute match. It was great. It was fantastic. They shook hands at the end. And Shibata said, next time, it won't be an exhibition. So we may be getting Shibata back in the ring, which is a huge boost for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I think they need it right now because not getting these American talents over there, you're without Jay White, you're without Finn Juice, you're without Minoru Suzuki because he's over here.
Phantasmo.
El Phantasmo, Lance Archer, Moxley.
Yeah.
And the list goes on and on. You know, I'm sure, look, Buddy Matthews is debuting at the California shows, which Okada will be at now. That was announced. Will Ospreay. So I think that's huge for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
God, I had a follow-up question that I completely forgot about.
Huge.
I had a follow-up question. Oh my God, Kevin, act like you've done this before.
That's all right. Let's move on.
Tony, are you excited for Enzo to be coming to MLW?
Oh, is he? Good for him.
Oh, he will. He will be at the November 6th War Chamber event.
Is he going to be the mystery partner for Hammerstone?
Or is he going to be the mystery man in the ladder match?
Ooh, you can't teach that, bitches.
Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Realest guy in the room.
How you doing? How you doing? Wait, how's he do it? Something like that.
If I wasn't in a basement, I would do it right now.
The WWE we'll end on this here.
Oh boy.
They did something they've never done before today.
What, throw
They-
belts at each other?
No,
They announced all the pay-per-views for the year.
Ooh, yes, I saw this.
Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you want to see?
And people were like, "Oh, look, WrestleMania is 2 nights. That don't bother me at all." SummerSlam.
I dig that. I dig that.
I
a lot.
love it too.
Love it.
SummerSlam is July 30th. Is that the earliest we've ever had a SummerSlam?
We've never had a SummerSlam not in August, I don't think.
Ooh, that's kind of cool though. July 30th.
And they're
That's
doing
good.
Money in the Bank July 2nd,
And guess where?
Las Vegas.
In a freaking stadium. Money in the Bank is a stadium show.
That's cool.
They also
That's
announced
cool.
May 8th they're doing a pay-per-view in Rhode Island at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. February's pay-per-view is to be announced, as is October's. Survivor Series will be at the Boston TD Garden.
Not one in
November
New York
26th.
the entire calendar year, Matt. Not one in New
Well,
York.
you know what? Saturday or Sunday, September 4th and 3rd, they have a pay-per-view scheduled, but they have not announced a location.
All right.
Hmm.
I mean, you can't have a full calendar year with the pay-per-view not in New York, right? Maybe you can, I guess.
I don't know.
What's up with that?
If you're gonna watch Halloween Havoc, everything is spin the wheel, make the deal. Literally everything except for the NXT Championship match.
Oh wow. Weather is
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
The NXT Women's match, Raquel Gonzalez against Mandy Rose, spin the wheel, make the deal. They did some weird thing on Tuesday night where somebody won the right to spin the wheel for their team for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. So Io Shirai and Zoe Stark will defend against Indy Hardwell and Persia Parada versus Gigi Dolan and JC Jane in a scareway to hell ladder match.
Whoa, whose mic was that? Kevin's?
That's me.
Holy shit, dude. That means it's coming my way in a few minutes.
And then spin the wheel, make the deal. NXT tag match, MSK against Imperium. Plus, just in case you guys were wondering, Chucky will be a special guest on the show.
Well, why wouldn't he be? It's Halloween.
The question is, will Rick Steiner be there?
I don't know, but Braun Breaker gets this championship match, so that'll be exciting.
Oh my God, this is like full circle. Rick Steiner having a feud with Chucky, and now Braun Breaker being Rick Steiner's son with Chucky there.
That's why they did it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Probably why they did it.
Do you think Chucky gets involved?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Great
Thanks
question.
to Kate watched NXT. Io Shirai, she got to spin the wheel.
Oh boy.
I don't know what advantage she gets, but she spun the wheel. So
Gives a shit. Fucking whatever. Spin the wheel. Spin my balls. Lick my nuts. Whatever.
Tony is ornery.
You're right.
I think we've done it, boys. Special thanks to Dan Barry and Ninja Mack. The road to 10 years continues. We'll be back next week with another super duper exciting episode of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, where we'll be talking NWA, we'll be talking MLW, AEW, WWE Impact, our Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and a ton more probably.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is Moose.
Moose,
Thanks,
I don't.
Moose.
Right now, I don't have any guests lined up, but there's a lot of feelers out there. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple people, so we might have a guest or two next week. I'll let you boys know when that happens. That's all I got. Don't you have? Do we have outro music?
No, because I played it last week and it was kind of like all over the place. So
All right.
Prayers.
Want me to sing to you guys?
No. Prayers to Jimmy Rave, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Who unfortunately is continuing this awful battle with MRSA. We found out that over the summer he actually put it out on Twitter that he suffered a double amputation, both legs this time. It's just fucking heartbreaking. And fuck you to the asshole who was giving him shit on Twitter, by the way. I hope you fucking burn in hell for that. fucking it's fucking rotten. I didn't want to end on that, but I wanted to make sure to bring it up because I think he's got a GoFundMe set up. Like it's like fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical costs and shit. So if you can help him out, friend of the show, Jimmy Rave, by the way. So
So you sure you don't want me to sing to you?
No, you could sing. That'll actually cheer me up. I just wanted to make sure I got that out there.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna walk around and hurt you. Matthew, hey, Tony, yay, never gonna leave you down. I love you. Hey, Jimmy Rave, you're all the craze. I love you too. Please support him. And Kate the Great got more mentions on the show than anyone else that wasn't a guest. So go F yourself and go love your life. I hope you had a who's all right, that's it.
I'm so glad Kevin said fuck Max Striker, and I'm here to say good night, Gracie.